Assalamu alaikum, um, and hello to everybody. Welcome to another episode of discussion about Islam and Islamic world. Of course, whatever comes attaching Islamic word or considering Islamic word. So here is the link for those who would like to join, and I would like to talk about before anybody joining me. I would like to talk about Iran. That there are so, I mean, there is a revolution going on there, and the Iranian regime executed a young man. Let me share something. Share screen. Yeah, he was executed a few days ago. This is the guy, a young guy, allegedly for being and participating in a demonstration and burning a trash bin, something, you know, like these types of demonstration that I will share maybe now. Another one. Hello, my brother
Hello,
Martin.
Muji.
How are you?
How, good in you, man. Good in
I'm
you.
fine. Thanks. Thanks a
I'm
lot.
glad. I'm. Congrats on that next debate you have against the
Yeah,
atheist.
yeah.
That atheist
Yeah.
is vicious, Muji. I'm
Hmm.
holding. I'm holding. Good luck, man. Because that
Yeah.
guy is vicious. He's quite vicious. That guy.
Hmm.
Do you know
Let's
him?
see. I know him a little bit, not much. Yeah, I know that he's
Okay.
atheist, and I know that he has been debating ISIS Jew several, I think once or I
Mm.
don't know, maybe more. But I, I mean, let's see how it will go. But I hope for the best. Yeah,
I
and
also hope for the best for that guy
yeah,
because he's
yes,
quite hard. But I made a video about him a little bit.
yeah.
He was admitting to
Mm-hmm.
stuff that test that he did. And he can't believe that some people passed the tests that
Mm-hmm.
he made them go through. A person, sorry,
Okay.
a girl passed the test. You can go
Which
and I
test?
can. What he did is he said to the girl like, she claims she can go out of her body. We have a
Uh-huh.
soul, right, in our body,
Yes, yes.
okay. And some
Okay.
people, I don't know if it's true, but some people claim they can go out of their body and see what's going on. Like they can
Okay.
leave their body. We're all gonna leave this body one day. You
One
understand?
day, yes, we are going to
Yes,
do
yes.
that.
But they claim they can already do it. Okay. And there's scientists that do tests on them. And this guy also did a test on a girl and she
Okay.
passed the test that he provided. But then he says that later on, he asked the girl about this test that he did and she can't remember anything about it. So he's like, did I make it up in my head or what? He doesn't understand what's going on there because the girl can't remember anything about it afterwards, but she passed all the tests long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very weird. My father also experienced this kind of thing with a girl. Like
Mm-hmm.
she could tell him what he was in the army and he was at the phone
Yeah, yeah,
calling a girl, and she could tell him what clothes he has on and all kinds of stuff,
yeah.
which is flipping weird. Um,
Okay.
because he's supposed to be in a camp that's guarded and no one can go in there and everything. So
Like that movie. What was that? Lucy.
what's Lucy?
There is a movie Lucy that she can use her brain capacity almost 100%, and then she's calling somebody without even camera. She's saying, uh, you are sitting on your desk. Pick up the pen on your left. It's a science fiction movie. Lucy.
Yeah.
The name is Lucy. You can
Yeah,
watch
but
it. It
that's
was
science
nice.
fiction, Muji. I'm
Yeah.
talking about reality, and I don't understand this phenomena that
Okay.
happens. I don't know if someone because in those days they don't have cell phones. They can't
No.
have
No.
a person there like calling
Mm,
and stuff. It's so it's quite. insane that multiple people have experienced this phenomena that people
Yeah.
go outside their body. Even Satanists claim they could go outside their body and experience stuff like see people.
Okay.
So I don't know how it works. I'm still trying to figure it out
Yeah.
if it's demonic or what.
But I know that. Look, I believe myself that when we sleep, yeah, our soul goes out, and
Mm.
those dreams we see, some of them are because of our soul is not, with us, and soul is going out and going to another dimension, maybe. Okay, that
Yeah,
one
I
I
don't know
believe,
about that.
because
I try and be skeptical, Muji. I try to be
no,
skeptical.
because that one
I
I
don't believe that, Muji. I'm sorry.
no,
Uh,
you know
but
what?
if we,
Because
I agree with you, Muji. I think we're gonna be out of our body because there's a lot of people that say that when they die, they
Mhm,
feel like they enter the real world,
mhm.
and this one is like the fake world.
Yeah, no,
But
because
we'll see.
I experienced that, Martin. It was,
Really?
I think, yeah, I think it was around 35 years ago when I came. No, 33 something, 2 years ago, when I came to Sweden. At that time, uh, I just arrived, and I was here maybe 1 year, yeah, one and a half year here, and I didn't have much money, so the telephone, bill was very high. 1 minute calls to Iran was like
Very expensive.
much, very expensive, yeah, two
Mm.
or $2.50. So we used to write to my parents, and maybe once a month we would call. Once a month, yeah. Once a month I would call. Once a month they would call. So once I was sleeping in the morning and I was dreaming about my father, and that was, I
Mm.
as long as I remember, that was the only time I was dreaming about my father. And then the telephone rang, and I pick up the phone. My father was on the line saying, "Hello, my son." And I was very surprised that how come I just was dreaming about him and he called, as if as my soul was out and was seeing, that he's
Mm.
picking up the phone and he's going to call me. So that's why I was dreaming about him. So this is something that I cannot believe that it was just accidentally. It should have
But
been.
you haven't had a near-death experience yet, would you? You
No,
haven't
no,
like
that's what I
because some
have heard.
people have a near. Huh?
No, I have heard that one. Yeah,
Mm.
I have heard, and but I am not myself. I haven't been there. Yeah, but I have heard about that, and I believe as well that it is true. Yeah, because when we are, and then there was a brain surgery, brain surgery. He was atheist himself. Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah, I've heard
yeah,
about that.
yes, yeah. He read. I read his article, and uh, his patient all the time were telling him that we have experienced it, and he wasn't believing them,
Mm.
until he went himself to that coma, and then he came back. He said that, oh my God, I fell in love, that I would never, feel that feeling.
Experience lots of love and
Yes,
stuff.
yes. In this real life, I saw colors that I would never see such a colors in the
Mm.
real life, and so on. And he was explaining that it cannot be from brain, because when you go to coma, this part of your brain is not connected to that part. He was, proving it, scientifically, that it
Mm.
cannot be from my brain. It was from my soul. Those things which I saw. It was very nice. And I myself, I know every time I dream, I feel that I'm in another dimension. That I'm
But
deep.
do you realize you're like dreaming? Because sometimes people realize they're dreaming and it's called lucid dreaming. Where you realize and then you can like do anything. You can like, I'm dreaming, so I want the bazooka, and then a bazooka appears. And then you can
That one, no, I don't know.
you haven't experienced that yet.
If I could do that one, I would say I want Ayatollah fascist Khamenei now to put him in trial,
In
if
prison.
not, yes, in prison or somewhere, so that he doesn't kill people, because I would have better wishes than a bazooka.
Yeah, but you have to understand it's in a dream.
Yeah, I
You
know.
realize that you're in a dream, so you're just having fun. Like, but then
Yeah,
later you forget you're in a dream again. Like it's
yeah,
just a little while.
Okay.
You
Okay. You mean in dream the bazooka come in my hand?
no,
Okay.
no. So like in a dream, you're like you realize I'm in a dream now, Munji.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna have some fun now.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can do what I want in the dream, and I can
Hmm.
make stuff appear and everything. But then later on, you forget again you're in a dream, and then
Yeah.
you forget lose that ability.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. So you haven't experienced that yet.
No. No. But just I feel it when I wake up. I realize that slowly, uh, that feeling disappear. You know, the more
And you
I'm
forget the
awake,
stuff.
the more not I okay, many times you forget, but
Mm,
the feeling, even the feeling, goes away. It becomes flat. It's not deep anymore. You're
mm.
not deep in that, maybe like a black hole, something like that. It becomes flat. It becomes like a picture, just not something 3D, for example, a real something. It's difficult to explain it, that when I that's why I believe that my soul is slowly coming back, something like that. That's why I slowly start
It
to
could
lose
be.
that. Yeah, exactly. That's that I slowly getting away from that dimension or whatever it is, so I become more in this world, and it becomes just flat memory, just
But
yeah.
Muji, a lot of times people say when they go into that dimensions,
Hmm.
there are beings there that talk to them.
Hmm.
Evil beings, Muji,
Hmm.
also known as demons, Muji,
Yeah, yeah.
that talk to them and they say in that dimension they like. It happens the same with drugs and everything. These people come in contact with these
Hmm.
beings that try and keep them to use drugs and
Hmm.
entertain them there,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that they keep using that stuff,
Okay.
so that they kill themselves.
Hmm.
So it could perhaps be beings, real beings, and not just like in your mind. It's
Hmm.
like you say, it's perhaps another dimension where there's beings that
Hmm.
God created to be in that
Just
dimension.
yes, I just believe that they don't. This is my belief. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I believe that they cannot touch our world. Okay, this is another dimension. Whatever it is in
But
that
angels
dimension.
can, right?
Sorry.
Angels are in that dimension
The,
perhaps as well, so
yes.
they can touch our
No.
world, right?
I believe that angels. My belief is that angels are in this universe. They are not in different dimension. They just travel. In Quran is mentioned as well that they travel with a fast speed, and it says, I think it says that 1 year of that is like 50,000 your years, and so on. So but anyway, they are in this universe. They are material. Just they don't have free will, and they in the by command of God they travel here. So how they travel, that's something else. Okay, maybe.
So you have a better abilities than angels, that you can go into another dimension, but the angels can't, or what?
No,
Because
that's
you say you go into another dimension,
no, that's I
but the
said when.
angels can't go and talk to you there
No,
and
not,
stuff.
not that they can't. I'm saying they are not in that dimension. They are in this
Oh, okay.
dimension. They are in this universe. If they can go there or not, that's something else. And I'm not. I cannot go myself either. I just say when I'm dreaming, my soul go. Yes, soul
Mm.
can go. When we die, our soul goes to another dimension directly. That's for sure. Okay. So the soul going, because that's energy. It's like traveling to a black hole. Okay. The scientists believe that if we can travel to the black holes, because all information gathered there, okay, so we can
Mm.
get the information about 2000 years ago, what happened 2000 years ago. But as long as we are body, we cannot travel to the black hole. We have to be energy, okay, because black hole destroys everything, every material, okay.
Mm.
So even light cannot escape that gravity and get destroyed, even light, which is energy. So but we have to be transferred to a different, like soul, okay, I don't know what kind of thing is that, and travel there. And of course if we travel there we cannot come back, and something like this. Yeah, but this theory exists that if the information is there and if we travel there, then we can. So it is like black hole, maybe that dimension, that you cannot go to that dimension as material, okay, you can go as soul, just okay. So that's why when we sleep, maybe it is not another dimension, I don't know, maybe it is somewhere here, around the earth, maybe we are
Then
just.
angels can be there. Muji.
Yeah, sorry.
So if it's around the earth somewhere, then angels can be there, right? So
Angels can be, but I don't think that I believe that it's not necessary anymore that the angels come, because angels came to give messages from God to prophets. Yeah. Now they, because as a Muslim, okay, as a Muslim, I believe that the last final message was sent. Then there is no any need of any messenger or any angels to come and say, because the message is there. Then now God has left it to us so that we understand it and we uncover it. We realize that this is the message, that we have to follow this message to be able to live in a better world, a beautiful world, the world which I explain. And of course, you believe that love can, fix it. And
Christianity,
yes,
which
of
is
course,
includes love.
yes, include love. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
No, I by the way, I have been talking to Christians. Yeah, uh, I was, I think, not this
Namely
Thursday.
Martin and Stephen, right?
No, no, last Thursday I was in Stockholm's church. Yeah, Swedish
Oh, okay.
church. Yes, the head, and I was talking to a sister there, and I
Hmm.
explained about this word, and she said, "Yeah, we also believe in that." So that word, Martin, is
What
believed
will?
by the word which I'm talking, equal word. Yeah, I was talking to these Jehovah Witnesses, and they said, "Yeah, we also believe in this." So it is nothing. Yes, yes, exactly. So it is nothing, and I know that there are, uh, people in Christianity and Judaism both. They even try to establish such a society. Okay, so there is a belief in all this Abrahamic religion about such a world that we live everybody equal, we share everything with each other,
Perhaps in
love
heaven,
one
yeah,
another.
Manju.
Sorry.
Yeah. In heaven, I think perhaps it would work
Okay. No,
exactly
but
like that because,
what
but
I
heaven will
was.
come onto earth, Muji. In the Bible, it says that heaven will come onto earth. So,
Oh yeah, that
so
if the
you're
heaven.
not
Yeah,
totally
that's
crazy, Muji. You're not totally
okay.
crazy.
No, no, look, look. I say if that heaven comes on the earth,
Yeah,
perhaps it means that the perhaps it means that the system become like a heaven system. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the meaning. If this one for sure, because after we die, that's totally different. There is another
Mm,
heaven, the different heaven that we go there. But
yeah.
heaven comes to this world. That heaven is forever. Yeah, that
Mm.
heaven after we die. But this heaven which comes to this world, to our planet, it's for the time being we are living on this planet. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
there's also like in the Bible as well. There's like a heaven that each time we see a glimpse of heaven when we love each other and we take care of each other and stuff like that. You get glimpses of heaven on earth.
mhm. Yeah, that's good.
And the
Yeah,
same
exactly.
with glimpses of hell if you like hate each other and kill
Yes,
each other and
yeah,
war and stuff.
that's good. Yes, that's great thought. Yeah, that
Yeah.
heaven is just love. No bad deeds, anything. So this is what I want, that on this
Yeah,
planet.
I
And
would like it too much.
yes, and I was,
Christian. Yeah.
yes, I said that it is in Christianity as
Mm.
well. Okay, so just the only thing is that I say that Islam has been explaining it more, and then every day we have to say 5 times a day, show me the right way, which is that word.
And Jesus said,
Unfortunately,
"He's the way, Muji." Jesus
yes,
said, "He's the right way."
yeah, yeah. I hope that I say, I hope that you can persuade Christians as well. That they leave. Uh, I mean, they get rid of this satanic system and live in a heaven, the heaven on planet. And I would love it. Definitely, nobody should reject that one. Okay, whoever bring that society on this planet, that world, that's what God wants. Even if you are atheist, I believe that God uh, doesn't have any objection to that. He just wants us to live in a beautiful world. Whoever bring that word, make it possible. That's the servant of God. That's the true message
Yeah,
of
what
God.
I think is gonna happen, Muji, we're already like rich against our of previous people that lived. Like if you go 1,000, 2,000 years back, we're like super rich against them.
Mhm.
Even if you just have a phone, you can like do all kinds of stuff that they can't even imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the future, it's going to be even more like that. People are going to be much richer, and capitalism is going to create so much wealth that people are just going to give money to people.
Mm.
They really do it in some states. They just give money to
Okay.
people, and in the same way, everyone's just going to get money because there's going to
Mm.
be so much wealth that the
Yeah,
state can just give people money free.
yeah, yeah. But
So that's what I think is going to happen, but we'll see.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's
Unless
see
World
that.
War Three breaks out, then
Mhm.
Muji and me are gonna be poor again. Like the
No, what I'm saying, Martin, what I'm thinking, what I see is that there are these capitalism make countries, even like China, want to try now. They are building the most sophisticated weapons, to take over. And I heard in debate between Daniel Isis and you you
what are
know,
you laughing?
yeah, because
Why?
every time I say Daniel Isis, some people say, "Oh, why you say
Oh
that?"
yeah, they
Yeah,
come. Yeah, yeah, as it comes to
yes. Hello, Azri.
yes, Azri.
Assalamualaikum, Mr. Muji.
Salam
Hello,
alaikum, my
Martin.
brother.
Uh,
Azri,
uh,
I hope you're good.
okay. I've been listening to your conversation.
Very good.
Uh,
We are
yeah,
happy that
yeah,
you are listening. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
You were talking about angels, right?
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But
And the soul,
Wait,
and the soul.
Azri, sorry, can you keep that one? Let me finish that conversation, and then I will. You can ask that question about angels. Okay? Is
okay,
that
okay.
okay? Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you. So anyway, this Daniel Isis Jew was saying to that Aaron that the Chinese, they are researching on human. I don't know what is it. Human gene, yeah, something like that. That they are going to try to make a human more smarter, things like these, so that they can take over the horde and such things. Okay, so anyway, his words were crazy that he wanted to forbid science and such things. Anyway, but anyway, this such a things can happen. Yeah, it could be possible because they are trying all the time to become richer and stronger. USA, China, Russia. Now Russia has attacked Ukraine. So I believe as long as this system exists, there are countries, there are forces that they want to become richer and richer. So it doesn't matter how rich we are, still people want to become richer and richer. They produce tobacco, killing,
But if you
fighting.
take away money, they will still try to be rich with just stuff they own. Imagine, like in the
No,
old days,
that's
they just take people's stuff. They don't need
yeah, yeah.
money. They
Look,
just take
you
it.
don't
Like,
understand, Martin, that I'm not going to
hello,
take.
Stephen.
Look, wait. Hello, Stephen, my brother. Please join us. Martin, I'm not going to take away money. Okay, I'm not. It's not me, of course. I'm saying talking about Islam. Islam is going to take away this system, okay, that allows people gather capital, okay? So capital will not exist and that system will not exist. You cannot gather anything. You cannot take over, for example, 100 houses. It will be controlled by the community,
By the
the
state.
society,
Or what?
the state or whatever, okay? You work, okay, that's when everybody believe in it, not by force. It's not possible by force, okay? By force will fail. So everybody will have to believe in it. That's why God says in Quran that one day the entire humanity will become righteous, okay? The righteous people will rule and inherit the planet. So all people become righteous and they realize that we have to live equal, we have to love one another, okay? We have to follow the message of God, which wants us to live like human beings, not like animals, kill each other. So when everybody believe in it, then we can create that system. No, I know that it's not possible if they don't believe in it. Yeah, they will try in any way to, do different things, but and not absolutely not by force like that communism. That state control, and you do not have no right to do anything. Everybody love it. Everybody believe in it. So and everybody do their best. They want to get the minimum. Okay, as much as they need and they want to work as much as they can. This is what happening now in that society that my organization are living in. Yeah, so I believe that the entire humanity can do that. When they can do that, everybody can do that. They are not superhuman. They are not different. It is just they believe, and everybody should believe. Azri, now you can say what. Hope all is well, you guys. Yes, my brother at work now. I will listen and may join. Yes, of course. Welcome, please. Yeah, Azri, about Angel.
Yeah, you were talking about angels. So,
Yeah.
are you saying that angels are in another dimension, not
No, no,
in
I
this
said
dimension?
that. No, I said that angels are material. They are creature of God. Okay, and they are in the same dimension, maybe in another planet. Okay, and they just travel here. And it is mentioned in Quran as well that they travel in a high speed. The speed of that is 1 year, like 50,000. I don't remember the verse, but anyway, it's saying talking about
But
that.
then they have to be immaterial, right? Or what?
Sorry.
Then they have to be immaterial. If they can travel that fast, they have to be some kind of immaterial objects, like,
It
and
is
then they can
maybe.
materialize,
Uh-huh.
like in the world. If they want to talk to Muji, they can like take a body or something. I don't know.
No, I
They
say
can
that,
talk to me.
look, we don't exactly understand
Mm.
how, but whatever it is that they are in this world and they can travel, okay? So
Mm.
if God could just transfer them here from another planet to this planet, whatsoever, they are material and they are in this universe, okay? Like jinn, I was talking last week with brother Rashid about that as well. I believe that jinn are aliens, okay? Jinn are not on this planet. They are other creatures. They can be thousands of or millions of different creatures that are called jinn in Quran because they are believers. They have disbelievers as well, okay? And they are material. If they are here, then we would see them, okay? But we don't see them because they are not here. And jinn means unseen in Arabic, so they
So
are
why does the
unseen.
Quran and the Bible talk about jinn then if they're not here?
Why they talk about it? Because according to my understanding in Quran is that God want to say that there are other creatures as well. It's not just you, okay? There are other creatures that they also have good
Like
people, they have
angels or what?
bad people, like angels. Yeah, angels also are other, but jinns are different to angels. They are like human. They are, I mean, like human in this way that they have free will, but angels, they don't have free will, okay? They are just following the orders. But jinns, they can reject. They have good people, they have bad people, believers, disbelievers, and so on, okay? So that's why they are different than angels, and that's why they are aliens for me. All right.
But angels are just and righteous, right?
They are not righteous. They cannot believe, disbelieve. They cannot decide. Okay, I mean they don't do any bad deeds because they cannot. They don't have free will. So when you don't have, like say robots, okay, they are
Do you think
righteous.
they're robots, Muji?
They like robots, yeah, perhaps
Because in the
not
Bible
robots.
says they're not robots. They can
Okay,
like have free will, and that's why you get
okay,
demons
that's
because
it.
some of
Yes,
them rebelled. Like
yes,
they can choose to go against God.
yes. As I know, in Islam, they are not. What is it? They cannot rebel. They are just, they just serve God, okay, and they don't have good. We don't have good angels and bad angels, okay. They are just servants
So
of
angels
God.
are not good. Are
No,
they
I mean
good
we
or
don't
not?
have bad. What is like bad angels? We don't have
But you
fallen
just have
angels.
good angels or what?
So they're just good, yeah, because it is because they have the free will. It's because they cannot
They're just
decide.
robots.
Like, yeah, perhaps like that. Jinns are
So do they worship God? The robots, the
uh,
angels? Well, because
yeah,
in the
but I
Bible
mean
it says they worship God.
not the
They have
bar.
free will
No,
and they can worship
okay.
God, or they can rebel
Yes,
against Him.
yes. For my understanding, nobody worship God. We obey God. Okay, God wants us to obey Him. He doesn't need our worship. So they obey Him. Okay, they follow His commands without any rejection. All right, but
But you praise, they praise God. Praise is a kind of worship, I
okay,
think.
there
They
is
praise
like
God
yes,
and
yeah. Then
sing to
you
Him.
yeah, when you
Um,
command, you follow His command. Yeah, it means that You follow, you obey him, okay? But worshiping is, I don't know, maybe you can call it worship too, but I believe that that's just obeying his command. uh, that is called, you can call that one worshiping too. Okay, that's what I can say from my side, that they just obey his command. Azri?
I want to talk about something else. Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Do you know what fitrah means?
Fitra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard about that. Means the the destiny, or
The innate nature of a man or something.
that one. Yeah, okay.
Uh,
The nature. Yeah,
yeah. So what do you think when people say that everyone is born Muslim? What do you think?
everyone. What?
Everyone is born Muslim.
No, I don't believe in that, because
Okay.
Islam is a way of life. Okay, it's a belief, and you cannot be born to a way of life. You have to choose it yourself. Okay, it's like everybody is born Democrat or everybody is born Republican. You cannot be born to a political party. You have to grow up, maybe over 18. Even I think 18 is not enough, because I was 25, I didn't understand much. So later, when you get enough mature enough, then you have to choose it. Okay, and you have to accept it yourself. So you are not born to a way of life. All right. So religion is not a form that you are born to that form, Azri. It's like I don't know how to. Yeah, you. I hope you understand me. That
Okay.
yeah,
What about you, Martin? Uh, Martin.
Hmm? Yeah, I
Uh,
think I think you have a choice, but a lot of people get born into a religion and then they just choose what they were born into because people just blindly believe whatever they're taught to believe. So yeah, we all fall for that at the beginning, but you have to make sure you're not deceived because there's
yeah, yeah,
massive amounts of people deceived,
yeah.
including me and Muji in some
Mhm.
places.
okay. Okay.
Naughty boy. Yeah, but anyway, so you are not born. I don't believe that. Yes, we are born into a Muslim, Christian, uh,
Mm,
Jew or Hindu family. Okay, but uh, as I said to Aladdin as well, you have to be critical to your religion. I was critical, so that's why I even disbelieved. Yeah, but later on I realized, and even when I start to believe, I was critical. Like, why Satan? Why God created such a big power to fool me, and then He will punish me? So I was critical. I was thinking, and then I came out to this understanding that no, Satan is that system that we have created. Okay, it's just a symbol and so on. So I was critical, and I have always been critical, and that's why I believe that everybody should think about the religion they are born to. And I hope anybody, if there, I see 7 people are watching, so somebody else would like to join us. Yeah. So
Oh, Muji, what I wanted to show later on, if you want
yeah,
to, that
yes,
Aaron
please.
Ra guy you're gonna debate, right?
Yes,
I
yes.
made a video key, small video, and
Okay,
there's 2 minutes of him in the video, and which I can
okay.
play, and where he's like, what the heck? How does this work? The soul thing, because he
Mhm.
experienced it. He did the test on the
Okay.
girl,
Yeah,
and
can you
he
play it?
curses a
Because
lot because it doesn't make sense to him, and
yeah.
I put a duck sound each time he curses. Do not curse on Muji's channel.
Mhm.
So at least there's not going to be any curse words. Yeah, Muji. So,
Yeah.
but we can play it when you guys want to, or when you're finished. Or
Yeah, we can. I don't know. Azri, you have a question?
I have more question, but we can play it now.
Yeah, we can
Uh,
play it.
you can ask first, or you can, I don't know,
uh, there's
whatever
a
works the
lot of
best for you.
question. There's a lot of question, but I
Yeah,
think
ask one of them. So let's see.
okay. Okay. One of my question. So a Muslim does good and charity, right? Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
But she still suffers from depression, anxiety, and pain. Why is that?
Uh, I didn't understand. They give. You are talking about all Muslim or one Muslim?
one particular Muslim, for example, suffers from depression, anxiety, and pain. Even though
Okay.
she does good, she does charity, even though she serve Allah.
Okay.
Okay, how do you respond?
Okay. You mean that I don't know which type of things that she's suffering. You mean she has a disease or?
Yes, like pain, depression,
I understand.
anxiety,
Okay.
mental problems.
Okay. Mental problems. Yeah, but it is, you know, I don't think that Allah is going to cure everybody just because they are going to. They're, even Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he died at that age. It was too early. He could, stay alive longer if God wanted to. And his close companion, they were great people. They were also killed or injured in the battles and so on. So it is that you do good deeds, you get the rewards afterwards, okay, not here in this world. The same for punishment, okay? The punishment as well, you don't get the punishment here in this world. Some people say that he will get his punishment here in this world. I don't believe in that, okay? So, because there are lots of people like this Ayatollah fascist, Khomeini and Hitler, all these people, they are doing all bad deeds, and some of them, they just, die natural death and they go. So the punishment and the rewards you get hereafter, not in this world. So that's doing good deeds, charity, and those things. She will get the reward hereafter, not in this world.
Okay, good point. Okay,
Yes.
Martin,
Okay, let's
about the
see.
video.
Let's see if
You
it
can.
works. Can you
Mhm.
see it? Did you see?
No,
You see it?
now we see it. Yeah.
Okay, can I play? Let's see.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Can you
Be
hear it?
empirical. I want to put that to the test. So I meet her again in school, and I ask her to visit me again tonight the same way she did before.
Yeah.
And this time I went to spend a night at a friend's house. And we rearranged the furniture in weird ways. We took one of the mattresses off my bed and we put it onto his bed. So now, my friend's now on a 2 box springs in one mattress, and I'm just on a mattress with no box springs. And she gives a description. And she talks about how you were sleeping with, there was somebody else in the room. They were at perpendicular angles, that he was higher than I was. And then she describes his reel-to-reel tape player. Who the f- has a reel-to-reel tape player? She described all this, and then we f***ed the room all up, and she gave an accurate description of it. And I
Okay.
was impressed.
Yeah,
How the f- do you pass that test?
yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how she managed to hit all the marks in her description of that, but I mean, it was amazing. As I said, I put that one girl to the test. She gave a stunning description. I mean, just the very idea that she knew that there would be somebody else in the room where there wasn't the previous night. I mean, just that. We could stop there. How
Yeah.
did she know? And there would be two different beds. The beds would be different heights and at different angles. And then the other thing, I think she described the reel-to-reel tape players. There was something on the opposite wall, perpendicular, that looked like it had big eyes, like an owl. But it's a machine. What the f- She's talking about a reel-to-reel tape player.
But I will admit, sometimes when things like that happen, it will get me to sit there and think and go, is there maybe a little something to this?
There was some dark,
Hmm?
some dark sound was coming there, quack, quack, all the time.
Oh, I told you. He was cursing Muji, and I didn't want cursing on Muji's channel or anyone's ears, so I
Ah.
made him quack each time he
Ah.
curses. I made
All
him
right,
quack,
okay,
Muji.
good, okay,
So
all
he
right.
was quacking the whole time. When each
Okay.
time he quacks, he was cursing. Actually, Muji.
All right, okay. All right, thank you very much. So you mean that he was using
He's struggling to understand it, so he was cursing the whole time. Like, how the does she do that?
Oh yeah, okay. I don't
And
know
the same thing
actually.
happened to my dad. That this guy did. My dad also did tests on such a girl,
Mhm.
and she passed the test and stuff. It's weird. I don't know what's happening with this
I
stuff.
don't know either.
Said.
Yeah. Salam alaikum. Brother Sayyid, salam alaikum. All right.
I don't think his mic works.
Yes, his mic maybe has problem, but we will wait.
What did we just watch, Steven?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually,
Muji's gonna debate this guy, and this
Yeah.
Aaron Ra, he was like, he was into satanic stuff a lot, and he
Mhm.
was also in contact with a lot of satanic guys. And this was one girl that claimed she could do this stuff, and he put it to the test when he was really young, and she passed all the tests, and he can't believe it. But there's other stuff as well. He's claimed he's seen all the stuff that Satanists claim they see, but he's
Mhm.
just explaining it away like it's not really the demons and whatever.
The only Martin, the only way I can believe in it is that the scientists, okay, they test it and say yes, it was. I'm not going to believe in Aaron saying that. If something like this is very, very, important and strange, and scientists should.
Yeah, you don't have to believe this, Muji. I'm saying this phenomena is weird.
know.
I'm just giving
very
evidence for
weird,
this
yeah.
phenomenon, Muji.
It's
I'm
very
trying to
weird.
still figure out what's going on here.
Yeah.
Is it demons that's helping these people? Is it like their soul going out, or I don't know what's going on here? Or are they using like cell phones, or they checking where the people are? I don't know. It's
Maybe,
weird.
yeah, because there are people who can do many things,
But there is scientists, Muji, in the video I made. We can watch the whole video. There's scientists doing tests on the people, and they pass the tests.
Okay.
The scientists even are like, what the flip is going on here?
Mhm.
So they make excuses, like they put a number at the top and then they put stuff on
It
their
is
head
one
to see what's
scientist,
going
but
on.
it's a group
Two.
of scientists.
Yeah, a group.
But I mean that they got this mission because these scientists usually they must get the mission from a government or they must have something behind them, not just I don't know one or two scientists.
No, they want to do tests about the stuff. Scientists want to do tests on everything. It's like this Aaron Ra. He wants to test everything. So
Mhm.
he was doing his own kind of tests. And
Okay.
these scientists also did tests. The video I made shows multiple of those tests and then gives Aaron Ra's test that he did.
Okay.
So it's not just one person that tested this stuff. So it's something weird going on here.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
All right.
But I can show you, or you can watch afterwards the scientists doing the test as well.
Okay. Yeah, we can. Yes, you can send me the link. I will watch it afterward because
Okay.
Afterward it is not so much connected to religion and Islam. So
Yeah, it's not so long as at least, but it is to do with Islam as well, because it's in Islam that we have souls as well. So if this is true, then atheists have to admit that there's evidence for a soul.
yeah, that's can be something, of course, that if it is true, then of course it is not just we are here without souls.
Yeah.
So that's something else, of course. So Azri, any other question?
No, I want. Yes, I have more question, but
Yes.
I want to say that I think Aaron Ross supports Satanism because they are liberal. Because the Satanism wanted to have free speech or something like that. I think I heard something like that.
But I'm talking about he was actively doing magic and working with demonic stuff. He was seeing this stuff, and he says he could make people see this stuff. If you want to see this stuff, then he could help you see this stuff that will blow your mind. But later, he just thought everything is just his mind doing this stuff, which I think it's not 100% just your mind. Is if you mess around with these demon stuff, then it's more than just your mind. But I think they can use your mind. Like if you're scared of wolves or something, they can like appear to you as like the thing you're the most scared of.
Maybe it's a type of communication. Maybe the girl is communicating with someone.
So I'm trying to figure it out. But I can post a video so you guys can check it out. There's multiple scientists there that I also put down there. Let's see if I'll post it in the comments. You guys can check it out sometime.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Buji, you're gonna get it there as well, or should I post it for you or what?
Sorry, if
Should I put it on WhatsApp for you as well?
yeah,
Buji?
WhatsApp. Yeah, WhatsApp would be
Okay.
better. Thank you.
Okay.
Azri, yes.
I have a question for Mr. Muji. Okay.
Yes, please.
Should we imitate or not imitate God?
I don't understand.
Imitate means to follow. I mean to.
Imitate, like copy God. Like if God
But how
would
can we
do
copy
good
God?
things, if God would do good things, you should do good things as well, or
I
like
mean,
imitate
if
him.
that's the
Like
definition.
a child imitating his dad.
Yeah, that's look, Azri. That's of course it's the purpose of believing in religion is that God tells you to do good deeds and do these, fight and all these things, then you should do that. You should follow that. You shouldn't reject it. I mean, definitely God doesn't say fight innocent people. He said fight those who oppress, fight for those who are oppressed even, okay? It says, how could you not fight for women and children who are oppressed and crying out, oh Lord, why you don't send someone from you yourself to save us from this and take us out of this land of oppression. So God asks why you don't fight for these people, okay, who are oppressed. So and then forgiving, loving, all these things are we should yes, copy, definitely we should follow.
But religious people have problems with this. They said that, for example, biotechnology, right? Do you know biotechnology?
Not much.
Yeah, they say it's wrong for us to copy like God, to create things, to create
Okay, so all right, okay, now I understand you. To create things, yeah.
yeah,
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 okay.
similar to God.
I don't think
S-
it's wrong, Muji. I don't think
no,
it's
no.
wrong, but it's dangerous. If they do something stupid, then it's dangerous.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can
Look,
use nuclear power for good or for evil,
okay,
and the
yes, yes,
same with
yes.
this stuff.
No, but the thing is that as if God didn't want us to do that, then He wouldn't create us, in this way, smart, so that we create. He says Himself that we will, we will also create. Understand? So everything we do is a creation. Bed, chair, cars. They are all creation of man. Okay, and we can create even, for example, maybe for the good, not for the bad. Yeah, for the good we can create I don't know, some oh yeah, now for example, I heard that the scientists, they have created a bacteria that eats plastic. Do you know that, Martin?
Yeah, I've heard something like that.
Yes, I've heard that. That's good. Why not? It's for good. You create some maybe creature
Or you
that,
fix errors, Muji. Like say the guy has a sickness and he has one code error, then you
yeah.
can fix that, and then he's cured.
Yeah, and then another thing is that they are learning how to modify the genes so that the future generation, they don't have this disease and that disease. These are not bad, okay, but they have to be careful, definitely, okay. So
Yeah.
that's what I believe, that they have to be careful so that they don't do something wrong. Anything wrong is bad, whatever. But if you create this, have you heard about nanotechnology? The nanotechnology, if they achieve it, it's so good, so great. Of course, it can be used also for bad things. Yeah.
God already
So,
achieved it, Muji. There's a lot of nano machines in Muji.
yeah,
A
that's
lot of nano machines
yeah,
building Muji's body every day,
yeah,
like fixing everything. And
yeah, that's for sure. I understand. But there is this nanotechnology I've heard, for example, they just send it to your body, and then they go, these robots, and kill cancer cells, for
yeah,
example.
they do it by taking the robots that God has made, the nano robots, and then giving them new abilities. Also, then they program these things to like attack certain things or fix certain things.
Yeah.
But we are still at the beginning, Muji. It's still
Yeah,
very.
I
Yeah,
know.
we're not
But
smart
the
enough to do all
question,
this.
yeah, the question was that can we create? Yes, definitely. This
Mm.
is what I believe, that we have to. God created us creatively. Well, how do you say it? Creatively. Yeah. So that we create. He created
Like father,
us.
like son.
Yes, He created us to do this. Yeah, to be like this.
Following his
Azri?
footsteps.
Yeah.
We're following in his
Okay.
footsteps.
Another similar question. If Allah is free, right? Then is Islam about freedom or being a slave to God? Because there's a concept about being a slave to God.
No, I say always that we are not slave. We just obey him. Okay, we obey. Even slave obey his master. Yeah, perhaps they, they make it similar in that way, but otherwise it's not that. You obey the government. You're not a slave of the government. You obey the rules of the country. It doesn't mean that you are the slave of the country. You obey the rules. So we obey God. Okay, we are not slave in that way. You think that slave has no right. Okay, we have right. God has given us right, the right to reject or to believe. All right. So we are not slave in that way. We are just obey.
But many Muslims would say they're slaves, Muji, of
Yes,
Allah, and
okay.
many Christians would say they're children of God. Like they have a
I
father-son
know
relationship with God,
they are
a closer relationship than Muslims.
Yes, they are wrong to say that slave in that way. They have to say that we obey God. Yeah, obedient. We are obedience, or how do you say obedience? Yeah, obedience to God.
We are obedient to God.
Yes, obedient to God's will. So, Azri, you understand? Yeah.
Not quite, but should we be free then?
Yeah, we are free. He say himself, you are free to choose between right and wrong, but you cannot be free to kill people. You cannot be free to, to do bad deeds. You are free to do that, but you will be, you have there are punishment.
Consequences. Yeah.
Yeah, consequences for that. Punishment. Understand, Azri? You are free to do that.
Okay.
Yes. And you are free to do good deeds. So which one you choose, that's up to you. God has given you the opportunity. That's why he doesn't force us. He say, I could create everybody Muslim, but I didn't. So, oh Muhammad, don't force people to Islam. If we wanted, we would do that ourselves. The way of a man is not within himself. Just Joe came. Hello, Just Joe. I don't understand what he meant, Martin. Is not.
I also don't 100%. I also don't 100%. He has to clarify himself, expand on his idea there.
Yeah.
I think he's saying that the way is Jesus Christ, not within man himself or something like that.
Perhaps
man is not within himself.
He says,
Hello,
Muji.
Yes, hi, Joe. Just Joe. Yeah.
Just
I hope
joking.
you are well. Yes, I hope you are well, my brother. So I didn't understand still.
But Muji,
yes, please.
I have a question, Muji.
Yes,
Don't you
please.
think God has a lot of robots, Muji? In our body, there's millions and billions of robots, billions and trillions of robots working for God in each of our bodies. I don't think angels or humans, he wants more robots. So I think angels and humans have free will, and demons as well, because he doesn't need more robots. He has enough of them. Like he has, most of God's creations are just like robots. And like we humans are not robots. We have a robot body, but we can like use this robot body for what we want to, for evil or for good. We have free will, while the robots we create, we don't give them free will. They can only do what we tell them to do. So don't you think angels could perhaps be not robots because God has enough robots, perhaps, would you?
Once again, the question?
Like, don't you think perhaps God has enough robots, so perhaps angels are not robots? They have perhaps free will, so it gives God more glory that they willingly like want to serve God and do what he commands, like tells angels to go and talk to prophets to give a message to the people, and then they do that out of free will and not just robotically.
As I understand, as I said, they're not robot, but they don't have free will. Okay,
but then they're a robot.
Sorry, yeah.
If they don't have free will, then it's a robot. Right?
Yes, they're kind of robots. Yeah, this is what I understand, and this is what many Muslims I know that they also understand it. MK10PW question: is Martin a Muslim? No, he is my Christian brother. Why is he a moderator on a Muslim channel? Or is he just sympathize? We are brothers, so we both want a beautiful world with love, so we help each other. That's I don't think that's a problem. Does he really find Islam reasonable stuff to believe in? I'm not going to ask that question at all, even from him, because he can decide himself and he's free to choose. That's his, I have
All
said,
the stuff that Islam has in common with Christianity, that might be reasonable, Muji, but the other stuff,
yeah, I mean, there is no
the splitting
objection.
of the moon and that stuff.
No, come on, there is no
Rats.
such a thing here. Martin, wait, I want to say
Even
to
you
this guy,
agree that that's like
that,
another
that's
reasonable.
that's such a thing doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
So
Whatever.
we both agree it's
Yes,
unreasonable.
of course. So I've said as well before, as long as he's doing good deeds, he's a good man, he's a Muslim. So I don't know what is Muslim for you, okay? So
Well,
Muslim
Muji
is
at
what-
one time said he's a Jew and a Christian somewhere. Like
sorry,
both.
yes, yes,
Muji
I've
said he's a Christian. I need to
Yeah.
record that. Muji said
No,
he's
no,
a
I'm
Christian.
saying it. Why you don't need to record it? I say I'm Christian, I'm Jew, I'm
Yeah,
Marxist,
see?
whatever.
Yeah.
Any good things, any good words, I accept it. So from whomever it is, okay. So
I'm glad
love
Muji
one
accepts
another.
Christianity.
In all my debates, I say love one another. This is Jesus' word.
He copied me.
Yeah,
He copied
love-
it. And then
love-
suddenly he calls the people Martin. Like,
Suddenly, so love your neighbor as you love yourself. So these are beautiful commands that I follow. So I don't know.
glad.
Just Joe, he was asking question. The will in man is not constitutive. It is acted upon by the desires. It is what acted upon by desire. I don't know exactly what it. All contingent beings are dependent. Sayak Sayed Bahai Namaste. Okay, I don't know what is that. Namaste means hello. I think he says to Sayed Namaste.
But Sayak can't talk or something. I don't know.
Sayak Patra. Okay. So, by the way, I have to put the link again if somebody would like to join. Salam alaikum, brother Sayed. I don't know if you still have problem with your microphone. You are muted. Okay. I think, brother Sayed. Hello. You muted yourself again. Okay. Yeah, problem tonight. I think with the
Big problems.
Yes, with the microphone. Whenever you talk and we hear you, we will respond right away. Man's will is contingent and acted upon, so cannot be free. What he means, Martin, do you understand? Just Joe.
Not 100%.
Not 100% either.
I think he means like
Okay, we are
we
not
can
free.
be influenced by stuff. We can be influenced by stuff. It's contingent. We are on like influenced by certain things. Like we can't stop 100% sinning at the moment. We're influenced by stuff.
Salam alaikum, brother
Say
Sayed.
something like that.
No, we still don't
We are free, but we're not 100% free. So I will agree with Just Show. We're not. I don't think we're 100% free. Like
Well,
Muji
we
has
are-
to breathe right now.
Yeah,
You can't
we are
stop
100
breathing though.
Okay,
You understand?
look, I said we are 100% free because of what we see. Adolf Hitler, he was 100% free to kill millions of people.
Yeah, but Muji, you're not 100%. Like Muji has to breathe. He has to eat. There's like certain stuff you have to do. Like you're not.
Okay.
You can't say I'm not never gonna eat again. You're like
Yeah, that's
almost
that-
forced to.
that's-
Like you understand.
Okay.
Some
That's
cases
I
you're
don't
like
think-
almost forced to do stuff.
Okay. all creatures are dependent of God Almighty. Yeah, we are dependent. Of course, I don't know. Maybe somehow I don't know. Cannot answer this. Okay, if we are if yeah, in this way that if He didn't create us, then we wouldn't be here. If He didn't put everything here for us, then we wouldn't be able to survive. Yeah, we depend on His mercy and all these things.
I
But
think what he refers to is like in the Bible, it says that God holds everything together. So if God just suddenly disappears, or like, then we're all like will fall apart, and everything will just like fall apart. It's like our robots. If we stop looking after them, they would all just fall apart. Like,
yeah,
you
that's
understand?
for
If we,
sure. No, that's for sure. Yeah, that's we believe in that. Yeah, we are believers, and we believe in that. That without God, we wouldn't exist at all. Okay, but Azri doesn't believe. Azri,
because he was brought up in Islam, Muji, that's the problem.
yeah, maybe. No, I said that. I've said Martin. If you can make him Christian, I would.
Yeah, we
be
have to
glad
make him
with it.
Christian, Muji.
Yeah, because
Just
I
like
have-
Muji. Muji's Christian, so we have to make.
I've said that it's better that he's Christian than he's disbelievers. He doesn't believe in anything. Okay, because at least he follows some certain of rules. An atheist doesn't have any rules, anything. You can do whatever you want, but a believers has, and I believe that we should believe in something because we are human being. We have to have boundaries. We have to have rules. Moral rules, that this is wrong, that is right. But for an atheist, I mean, why let's say some people have sex with their daughters, okay? So religion forbid it. But can you say to that person that it is wrong? He say, why it is wrong? How can you explain through atheism to that person that it is wrong? This is absolutely terrible that you have sex. Yes.
But atheists, they follow rules of the government. So
No, the government doesn't say it is
Not all
wrong.
of them.
No, wait. The government, Azri, doesn't say that it is wrong. Is there in any government, for example, Swedish government? I don't think there is in the law that a brother cannot marry.
I
his
think there
sister.
is like incest laws in some countries and stuff. But I
Maybe
think
some
in Muslim
countries, no.
Muslim countries, I think they allow it more. Like
Sorry?
there's a lot of inbreeding in Muslim countries. I've heard. Like there's a lot of they marry their cousins and all kinds of stuff. it
Cousin,
seems.
no, Martin. Cousins are different to brothers, and
Still kind of
That's
an
what-
inbreeding.
no.
The closer
that's-
you get, the worse it
look.
becomes.
Look, it's not about that inbreeding. It's about the morality. Okay, that it is wrong. God says that who is wrong, forbidden for you. It says mother, daughters, all these things. It's explaining, but it doesn't talk about cousin. Okay, my brother is married to my cousin. Okay, Martin. So
But
that's
the chances of having a child that has problems is higher than if
that's-
you're
look,
further
look,
apart.
no, Martin.
That's all
you
I'm
can-
saying. Like
I
you
understand.
understand?
Yeah, look, Martin, you can have even from totally different race. I see here in Sweden.
Yeah, obviously. I'm just saying the chances. Scientists say that the chances is bigger.
The chance maybe is a little bit higher, but it is not something that if like that you have to forbid. Even the blood, your blood is the same. What is it? Blood. How do you say it? Blood.
Blood type or what?
Yeah, blood type. Yes, when your blood type is the same, is almost the same like your brother and sister. Okay, so that's also can be dangerous as well. So you cannot say that. I mean, this is what in Islam is cousin is not forbidden, but brother, sister, mother, father, all these.
What
things.
about adopted children?
Adopted children?
Is that forbidden?
No. I think that's not. Let me see. I have to read it again because I have read it. Yeah, but.
But is there adoption in Islam? Because I've heard like some Muslims say that adoption is
adoption.
abolished by Muhammad.
No, but there
Uh,
is adoption that they
Muhammad
were,
adopted someone and then he abolished the adoption or something because he wanted to marry the wife of his
no.
adopted son or something.
No, that's
Azri, can you do you know of this or
yeah,
something?
I have heard this about. This is first of all, we are not 100% sure and that such a things are true. Even
Isn't
about
it in the
that.
Quran?
No, it's
I think it's somewhere in the Quran, perhaps some of it.
I have to check it. Okay.
Yeah,
But-
there's some of it in the Quran. I don't know. I forgot his name. Said. I don't know.
I have to check it, okay? But what I know is that even about that, they are saying that the reason he married her was that he asked her to marry him, persuaded her, and then the marriage didn't work, and he divorced her, okay? And because she was without, protection, he married her, and then this is what I'm saying that I have said many times that Prophet Muhammad's wife's and relation with his wife was totally different to other people. He didn't have any, sexual relation with them because if he had, then he would have children with all of them. Okay, but he didn't have children with any of them except with the first one, with the first wife, and they had children only. Some of them were widows, and they had children from the previous marriage. Okay. But Prophet Muhammad didn't have children with any of them. As I have read, he had just 7 children, and they were all from his first wife.
Yeah, I've heard that he went to his adopted son or something, and then his wife answered with a little bit of clothing. She didn't have a lot of clothing on, and then Muhammad started wanting the wife, and then the
Ah,
child heard that he wanted it. Then he divorced it for Muhammad, and then the people made fun of Muhammad for marrying his son's adopted wife, and then he abolished adoption or something
Okay.
so that they can't make fun of him anymore because there is no adoption then.
I just checked Google. The name of the adopted son is Zaid, and the name of the wife is Zainab.
Okay.
And was
I have heard.
adoption abolished in Islam after that? Like
I've heard about that. Okay. So, but I will talk to Brother Rashid about that as well, because as I said that I haven't gone deep in all verses and stories, but this is what they say about. They have been lying a lot about Prophet Muhammad.
yeah, I think it's in hadiths and in the
hadith,
Quran.
yes,
But
hadith, fabricators. They have
but
been
where in the Quran
lying
does it doesn't it abolish adoption or something in Islam somewhere? Azri, do you know where they abolished adoption because of that whole saga where Muhammad wanted to marry his adopted son's wife?
I think I remember it's allowing Muhammad to marry the wife Zainab, but there's no mention of abolishing adoption. I do not know.
Okay,
Because
so in Islam, there's they're allowed to adopt children.
not entirely.
I mean that there is that verse about orphans that you adopt, that you take care of them is like adoption.
Yes.
Yeah? The orphans, okay, that you have taken.
But they can't be your children or something.
They are
in
like,
Islam.
I mean, they are not. Of course, I don't think that they are like your children. You just grow them up, okay. You just feed them and then you take care of them. They are not like your offspring.
I'll have
children.
to see.
But
After
you can marry orphans as well, right?
marry them, the orphans. I don't know. I have to, check that. But I'm not so sure about that. But I know that it says marry them off. Yeah. If you want to marry them off, to marry them to people. So, but that you can marry them yourself. That one I don't know exactly. Syed, you have still problem with your microphone? Hello? Yes, unfortunately.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, salam alaikum. Finally, how are you, inshallah?
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Do you hear us? We hear
Salam.
you.
Allah Akbar.
We hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Very
Yes,
good.
yes, sir.
Yes, very good. How are you, inshallah?
I'm good, sir. I'm good, very good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just
um,
Joe, yeah, yes, we know that Jesus, peace be upon him, is perfect. Yeah, definitely. We believe in that. Yes, say it.
uh, I believe with the Zaid, his wife. I think
Yeah.
he is not adopted by Prophet Muhammad. I think
Hmm.
Bibi Khatija, she adopted him. When he
Okay.
was a baby, I guess. Adoption
Hmm.
in on they were babies. I think she adopted him when he married to he- when the Prophet married to Bibi Khatija. So he just
Hmm.
it's like Prophet Muhammad actually he did not adopt Zaid,
Hmm.
but I believe because he was a poor man. Prophet was a poor man.
Hmm.
He can adopt children. So I think
Okay.
his wife Bibi Khatija, she adopted him. So
Okay.
that's how I think. Yeah,
All right. I mean, at the end, I said that whatever happened, all I know is that he was a prophet, prophet of God, and whatever he was doing was for the sake of society and Islam. For example, he was marrying those widows was because widows were second-hand objects for Arabs, and he married them to show that you can marry widows as well, so that they follow his footstep as well and marry widows. And he was taking care of them, protecting them, but he never had any sexual relation with them. Otherwise, he would have children with them, but he didn't have children with any of them. So this is most important. The message is most important, for me, not these small details. And of course, many of them are not even 100% sure accurate. Okay, so the only thing book that is accurate is Quran itself.
yeah.
Uh,
I think yeah. I think abolition of adoption. Allah did it because when you adopt and they become your children, then you have to share your property with them. You know, you have to share
mhm,
your property, and plus, and there will be no. You know, when you adopt, let's say you adopt a boy, he may have feeling toward that your girl, the your biological girl,
mhm.
daughter. He may have sexual feeling for that sister. You understand?
Yeah, yeah,
Because he never accepted as a sister, so he may have a feeling for her. That's possibility, and that's why I think Allah is adoption is cancelled. This reason, one, you have to give them a property if you are really
I don't know,
think
Syed.
this adoption.
Syed, I don't know if it is cancelled or whatever, but Allah says about taking care of orphans. Okay, so to take care of orphans, you cannot just take care of them outside. So you have to bring them home and take care of them. So there is in Quran giving to the poor, taking care of the orphans, and so on. So we will talk, inshallah, next time. I have to talk to Brother Rashid as well, and if he comes as well, we can talk about it closely with Brother Rashid as well. Okay, he has more, memorized more verses of Quran, and we can talk about this. Okay, so but
Yeah,
that adopted children have sexual, desire with their, sister, and so I don't think so because I know that when they grow up together, they will be feeling like brothers and sisters. Okay, so I don't think so. That's at least not 100% of the times.
uh, um, yeah, it cannot be 100%. You feel a brother sister when
Hmm.
You actually
Okay.
you are not blood.
Yeah, yeah.
There is no blood.
Yeah, I mean that if you bring them, they are in the age of 12, 13 and such things, that age maybe, yeah, but when from childhood, 2, 3 years old child, they grow up together, then and it's not only that. For example, somebody has, let's say a father, he has two, let's say one daughter, then he divorced and he marry a woman who has a son. Okay, they are automatically brother and sister. All right, so they might also have feeling to each other. Am I right, Martin?
But Muji, this causes a lot of suffering in the world. These Muslims that said that, okay, Muhammad abolished adoption because there's a lot of children that wouldn't have parents now when adoption is abolished. While in Christianity, it's almost glorified to adopt because God, it says in the Bible, adopted us as sons and daughters. And so we following his example and adopting children
Yeah.
causes like goodness
No,
in the world. Like
if
they
they
don't,
do that,
they're not
yes,
without a father and mother. Then
yes. I mean, I said that there are verses in Quran that says that you have to take care of the orphans. Okay, so it means that you have to adopt them. I don't know
hopefully,
from where they
because a
get.
lot of Muslims doesn't accept that, it seems.
Yes, let me find them for you. You can talk, guys, while I'm looking for that. Okay.
But it also says in somewhere, I think in the Quran, that Muslims should not have any say against Muhammad. Have no, what do you call it, resistance against anything
Yeah,
Muhammad
definitely. It
says.
says that.
You should
No,
have. So if Muji is like, no, adoption, perhaps you have to be very careful, Muji, because if you anything have a resistance to anything Muhammad did or
no. If
said,
he really said yes, of course. If he really said, understand. But
then
here,
Muji
look.
would have to accept it.
Yeah, look. Chapter 107, verse 1 says, "Have you seen the one who denies the religion? That is the one who repulses the orphan and does not encourage the feeding of the poor." Okay, so woe to those who pray are yet are not mindful of their prayers, those who only show off. So anyway, this is talking about the taking care of the orphans is the definitely the adoption. You cannot just, and then there are other verses as well that I
But there's
haven't.
abrogation in the Quran, right? So if you have you have to take care of the orphan, and then suddenly, okay, but Muhammad wants to abolish adoption, then the one gets abrogated or what?
No, there are,
You can still care about the orphan, but you can't adopt them. Like you can still
no, you cannot.
No,
You cannot just. You cannot take care
you
of them
can
without.
raise children. Can you hear me, Mujib?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Can you
Now
hear
we
me,
can hear.
Mujib?
yes, yes. I hear you.
Yeah, you can raise orphan children. You can raise them. You can feed them. You can take care of them. But
Yeah.
the problem is when you adopt somebody, then you have to give the property. What happened in the Western countries? Do you have to? They become a legally property inheritor. They inherit the
I think you can
property.
give your property to anyone, but you should give to your children. So it's good to give your property to the children, but mostly people give it to lots of people at the
No,
same
but,
time,
no,
not
no,
just their
if you
children. Like I know, like the super rich
no,
people, they
no,
don't
no,
want to give their children so
you,
much because they know it's bad for them.
no,
Let me see. Wait.
legally.
Wait, Syed.
But I just want to know what happened
Let
in
me
the
read
West.
this verse of Quran and then you can say it. Okay.
You're not forced to give everything to your children.
Yeah,
Also.
yes,
Okay.
you are not forced. Let me tell you, chapter 2, verse 177. Righteousness is not in turning your face towards the east and the west. Rather, the righteous are those who believe in Allah, the last day, the angels, the books, and the prophets, who give charity out of their cherished wealth to relatives, orphans, the poor, needy, travelers, beggars, and for freeing captives. So it is mentioned that to give your wealth even to the orphans. Okay, so it is encouraging you to give, but there is no force, of course, to, that it is legally you have to give this, your wealth to the orphan or to your
But Muji,
children.
why he's bringing this up is Muslims try to justify let Muhammad abolish adoption. So they say like, okay, you have to give it to your child, so that Muhammad didn't want that, so he's protecting us against that or something.
But
I think perhaps.
no, I don't think so. I say,
Yeah.
Syed,
My
Because why
question
is Saeed bringing it up then? Why is Saeed saying that this is
yeah,
one
I
of the
don't know.
reasons then?
Yes, but Quran says that let's
no,
we
no,
can next
because
time.
it's really adoption is real or it's just made up. I mean,
But you can
they have
even to your
legal
children,
rights
Syed,
for property.
yes,
No, no,
Syed, wait. Even to your own children, you are not forced to give anything, not a single dollar. You can write a letter
no,
that,
no.
for
Yeah,
example,
yeah, but
when Martin is my son, okay, don't give him a single dollar. Let him go more. Yeah, for example, I say. So you have to
Because money
write
is bad, of course, Muji. So
Yeah,
I may
I'm
not get a
just
dollar.
I'm just joking. Maybe you are angry with your son, for example, your son, that there are lots of such things happens. Yeah. You write a letter, give everything to that, my other child, or to my wife, for example, or such a things, or give everything to a charity. I don't want to give a single dollar to my children or my family. Everything goes
The
to
rich people do something like that because they
Yes,
know that much money for their
uh,
children will be bad.
So Syed, there is no such a force. Don't mention this when
let
it
me
is
But
not force.
let me
Muji is trying
answer.
to justify Muhammad's abolishing of
Let
adoption.
me
Muji is
ask
trying
a
to
question.
justify it.
Okay, Syed, yes,
Let
say
me
it.
ask a question. Just let me ask
Yeah.
the question.
Yes,
Look,
please.
Okay.
my parent, okay, they have money in their bank, okay,
Okay.
and they
Yes.
die.
Okay.
I can go and claim the bank. These are my parents, and they have money in the bank, and it
Yes.
belong to me. I
Yes.
can go in the court and can prove that, and I can take the money.
Okay.
Same right, does the same right have the adopted son?
Okay.
But the parents can say they don't want to
Yes.
give it to their children. So
If the parents don't want to
But
give, they can write a
yeah,
letter to
yeah,
you
they
as
write
well,
a
no.
not
letter.
to give. Okay.
You don't understand my question. You don't understand
Yeah.
my question.
No,
Look,
your
my
question, I don't know. Look, I
no,
understand your question.
Just
I understand,
understand, man.
but I don't know. Look, I don't know if adopted son can go to the bank, say that I am their adopted son. I don't know if such a law exists. Okay,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
their
know.
adopted
They'll
son.
have to
So
prove that
so
he's dead and that they said it's okay to take their money.
That
Or
you
they
are
have to have
adopted
no will.
son.
They have to have no will, like have no like written document where
Yeah,
they say, okay,
which is
my
not.
children may not get my money or something.
Yeah,
no.
so,
No. Look. I'm talking about legal. What is the legal?
yeah,
I'm
now we are
talking
talking
Yeah,
about.
the
about
legal
legal.
is you have money. You have money, and you can do what you want with that money. So you can not give it to your children if you want to.
No, yeah. First,
You don't
understand
have
what
to
my
say, no, I'm not
question.
going to allow
No,
adoption because they might get money.
listen. Understand.
Yes.
Try to understand my question, and you
Mm.
talk about my question, not the other thing. My parent have money in the bank and they die. Okay,
Okay.
I
So,
can go court to 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 make a proof they are my parent and I am their son, and
yeah.
And they
they
did.
will get my huh?
And you have to prove that they did. And you have to prove that they have no will. Like they didn't say you may not get money or the money is going for someone else.
Yes. They have. They
Usually they
shouldn't
have
have
like the
written.
will with the bank and
No,
What
everything.
is the
So
name? What is the name, Martin? I don't know. The
the
letter.
will.
The
Last will
wall.
and yeah. You
Wall.
give a will, like you write a
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
I want this to
look.
happen with
Yes, I
my
know. Okay.
house. I
Yes,
don't this
I understand.
to go to
So,
Muji.
yeah, I know. So they don't have. They shouldn't have written a wall. Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
just didn't
shouldn't have.
remember the name. Yeah. The wall that. Syed doesn't get anything. If they have written.
Listen. There is no will. There is no will. Okay, there is
Why is there
no
no
will.
will? Why is there no will?
Just say there is they lazy to write
Okay. No.
will.
He said. He
They're too
says.
lazy to write a will.
Yeah.
Then you can
He said.
get the money because they're too lazy.
No,
Sayed. Then you can
Martin,
get the
he
money.
says that if there is no will, then okay, then of course you can go and say that if I'm the only child and they have to give it to you. Yes, that's definitely, yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm their biological child.
And
Okay.
did you know? Did
Let's
you know, Muji?
just
If they
just-
they don't have children, all the money goes to the state.
I know. If
It's
they don't have
crazy,
children,
huh?
it
Yeah,
goes
the
all the
state
money
get
goes-
everything.
Yeah.
okay,
So-
okay. They have listen. They have only one adopted son.
Okay.
Can he get a money from that?
I don't know legally, but if he get it, that's fine. What is wrong with that?
Who gave it?
Sorry,
The parents.
No,
the parents
no.
didn't write.
Listen, I think you are not listening to my question clearly.
No. Okay.
Or
Your
maybe you
question.
just
Tell me.
listen. Parent don't have will in the child. They have a one adopted son. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So they die. Can he get money from that bank?
Maybe
he's
I don't
adopted.
know. Maybe I don't know. I
But
said.
Muji, they did make the choice. Muji, they made the choice to adopt the guy,
Yeah.
and they made the choice not to say, okay, that he's out of our will.
Yes.
So they already made a choice to give him the money, even without doing anything.
I know, but I see, Martin. What I'm saying is that I don't know the law here in Sweden. For example, you have to write a paper when you adopt a child. Yeah, you write a paper, document that this is your child. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, you go and bring it from other country as well. You go and buy a child and bring it here. You say this is my adopted child, so it becomes your child. He get this personal number, all these social numbers, everything. Okay, so that child that Syed is talking about, does that child have these documents or not? I don't know. If does have that documents, then the parents decided that this child is our child. Okay, Syed. Yeah.
No, does he get money after they die?
Yeah, he get, because the parents decided that this is our child. Yeah.
Unless the parents say they don't want to give him anything.
Yes, unless the parents say no, he's not our child, he's not going to get anything. Understand? But when they decided that this is our child and he's going to get, then he will get. What is wrong with that? This is parents' will. You want to go against their will? Sayed?
No, the parents they can cancel their rights.
Yes, they can cancel. Yes, they can cancel. Yeah, they can cancel even their biological children's right. You know that?
Yeah.
So
Look,
they can cancel, and they can, if they die without canceling, then they get it. Yeah. Instead, the state get it, they get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it's cancel. Adoption is cancelled in Islam. There are two reasons I believe to be correct. One is
No, can you give me a verse of Quran that it is cancelled?
I think
A verse of
it is.
Okay, you think, but you
No,
don't
yeah.
have
Bring an idea
I
for
think there
something
is
or
a
what? Where is
verse.
it?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
but-
bring the
Yes, I
verse.
think there is a verse.
Okay, so that's why I
think
say
there's a
let's
word
talk
for
about the verse. Say it. You just think, but let's next week, inshallah, we can talk. Not next week. Next week will be after the debate. Week after, I will ask Brother Rashid also to join, and we can talk about that. And I will also myself research, okay, about that if it is abrogated. If there is such a verse that it says that, yeah, from now on you cannot take care of orphans. Okay, if that's
But that would be a red flag, Muji. That
Yeah,
would be
no,
a red
that's-
flag, Muji. That's like suddenly a false prophet says like, we
No,
have to abolish adoption because I want to marry my son's wife. You understand?
That's
People
actually-
may not make
actually
fun of me, so I'm abolishing it. He's not really my son
okay.
anymore.
Yeah, wait,
Actually,
Martin, we don't jump in conclusion until we know the fact. Yeah,
I'm just saying, Muji. There's a red flag, Muji. You're in trouble.
say
You're in
it.
trouble.
I'm very in trouble.
Actually,
Yo.
Yeah, say it.
actually, Prophet did not adopt him as a son.
Okay. Yeah.
I think his wife adopted him as a son. A prophet married his wife later on.
Doesn't the Quran call him an adopted son of Muhammad or something?
No, nothing.
I say let me search this one. Okay, we talk about this in 2 weeks, inshallah, and we will. I will find out that, and
It says here on Google, adoption is forbidden in Islam, yet for approximately 15 years, Muhammad had an adopted son, Zaid, or something,
okay, yeah, we will
known
check.
as the beloved of the messenger of God.
Okay, yeah, wait.
He was
I
the
think-
first adult male to become a Muslim.
No, that's
According
that's,
to
okay.
this,
No,
according
that's,
to this,
No, that's
Islam.
okay. all right, now I
so it
understand.
might be
that.
wrong there.
No, that's Ali. Ali radiallahu was his cousin. Okay, at the age of 12, I think. Became because his parents died. So Prophet Muhammad adopted him and raised him, and not like adoption. No, he didn't become adopted. He just was raised by him, by Prophet Muhammad, and he was the first male to convert to Islam. The first female was Khadija radiallahu, and then the first male was Ali radiallahu. At the age of 12, he converted to Islam, and then later he married Prophet's daughter, okay, Fatima. So that's his cousin, Ali radiallahu.
There's the thing I sent what I read here. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
correct.
I know. Now that's Ali radiallahu, who was the first male. Okay.
Then who is
If that-
Zaid?
Zayd,
or who's that?
then that's a wrong, story, because the first male
Okay.
who converted to Islam was Ali radiallahu, his cousin.
Wait, Martin, Mr. Muji.
Yeah.
I think Martin said Zaid is the first adult male. Adult.
No, he said that he was the first male. Who
Zaid was the first adult male to become a Muslim.
adult
Yeah.
male.
First adult
Adult
male.
male.
And the only
Wait,
Muslim
how
apart
old
from
he was?
Muhammad to be mentioned by name in the Quran. So it's the only Muslim apart from Muhammad to be mentioned by name in the Quran. So it's very important.
All right, I don't know exactly, because if they mean the first male was Ali radiallahu. So
But he's the first
this-
adult.
yes. Maybe I think the first adult was Abu Bakr. I think so, as I know. Yeah, Azri, have you heard?
No. I think I heard differently. I think it was Abu Jahal was the first male, the first
Okay.
believer.
Yeah, let's I say these are very, very difficult to prove now. We will I mean, they are not so important either, who was the first, who was second, but what I mean, we have to talk if they are very important. Okay, but about that, you asked Martin about that abrogation of the adopting, then that one we will research, and then we will talk about it later. Okay.
That would be
So
interesting.
yes, we were going to talk about. You remember, Martin, about crucifixion and so on? Yeah, you were asking question.
Yeah, because I see in Islam some Muslims crucify and
Mm.
stuff, and they get it from that hadith, right, or something. They crucify Christians and
Yeah. Oh no, they
no, they get the
perhaps-
Quran or what? They
No,
get
there
the
is a
Quran as
okay.
well, but it's in
They-
the hadith and the Quran or something.
Yes, look, they those who do that, they get it from
Misinterpreting the
a-
Quran or what?
a verse of Quran that is wrongly interpreted, and even those who this Islamophobe, or whatever you call it.
But Mr.
Want to
Muji
attack.
it directly states that in 533.
Yeah,
in
I
chapter
know.
5.
That's what I'm saying, that I have even done that video. There is that video, you can watch it. I have been talking about that's not a command to Muslims. That's about what will happen to its passive form. Is not, for example, Quran, when it wants to say to Muslim to do something, say, for example, fight. You have to know language as well. Okay, when I say to Martin, you must eat this medicine, it means that it is my order. If I say, Martin, you have to eat this medicine, it doesn't mean that it is an order from me. It is something that you should do. It's not my order. So language is very important, that you know, for example, when I say it has been raining, okay, that has an information for you, okay? Or when I say, Martin, you must drink this water again, it is an order from me. But when the Quran says that those who fight Prophet Muhammad and Allah, okay, and his messenger, their punishment in this world is this, that they become this, that, okay? And hereafter they will be punished by Allah, okay? So then when, first of all, it says that their punishment, it doesn't say who is going to punish them, okay? It doesn't say, oh, Muslim, punish them, okay? Do this to them, for example. Or, for example, when it says, Quran says that adulterer, female and male adulterer, give them 100 lashes, okay? This is an order to us to give them 100 lashes, okay? So we understand that this is an order to us. But in that verse, it says that they get this punishment. Who's going to punish them? In other verses of Quran, explaining that the pagans do that themselves to themselves. Like,
What if the Muslims want to do it, Muji?
if the Muslims do that, then they have followed Pharaoh, okay?
They're
Quran-
following the pagans, right?
Yeah, they follow the pagans. That Quran mentioned that this was what Pharaoh was doing to people. He was crucifying people and chopping their hands from all alternate side, okay? So Allah is not, if a Muslim says that this is a command to Muslim, then I ask that Muslim, who followed who? Definitely Allah followed Prophet, because, Pharaoh, because Pharaoh was doing this 3,500 years ago, and this Quran came 1,400 years ago. So
Isn't it
this
eternal, the Quran? Isn't the Quran always existing? Like the
That's
speech of
that's
Allah,
what-
and then
yeah,
Pharaoh
okay.
could have got that speech and then executed
no.
that command.
No, Pharaoh didn't get that speech from Quran, because Quran came 1,400 years ago, Martin. Okay, so if Pharaoh was doing that 3,500 years ago and Quran came 1,400 years ago, then Quran is following Pharaoh. Okay,
Or
Pharaoh-
perhaps Pharaoh was following the Quran before the Quran existed.
before the Quran.
You understand? He was
Yeah.
like, say he was doing good works, he was already
Yeah.
following that.
Oh, you mean
the
that
Quran
this?
says
Okay,
doing good work.
so
You
you mean
understand?
that this mention this so that this punishment, okay, was in Abraham's, for example, book or his command, okay? Prophet Abraham gave this command, and Pharaoh was following that command. No, that's
Yeah, it's not in the Bible, but
no,
like
so
perhaps
that's-
he got it from some other angel
yeah. So
that
he
choked
no,
him or something
no,
as well. Like-
no, he was no. Look, he was this Pharaoh, and not only Pharaoh, Romans, Greeks, all of them. They were crucifying people. They were committing all kind of barbaric.
But currently, it's
acts.
just Muslims almost doing it, right? So,
Sorry?
but Muji aren't.
They are not. Look, I say
I
they
think
are
they're the
worse
only
than
people at the
any-
moment that's
these
doing
people
all this
are-
stuff,
yeah,
right?
look,
What?
these people anybody who do such a things, they are worse than any kafir in Quran. Okay? Because
And they
yeah,
kill
really.
people while screaming Allah Akbar or something.
Sorry?
Have you
Yeah,
seen
but
how
the-
they kill people? Like they
Yeah,
scream
they-
and then they
and
cut
look-
their necks off. And
Yes. Kufr in Quran is rejecting Allah's commands. Okay, so these people, they reject Allah's commands, then they go follow their own desires. Okay, their own.
or they don't understand Allah's commands or something. They struggle, or they
No.
get deceived by some imam or something, perhaps. or
Yeah,
something.
they definitely get deceived by Ayatollah Fascist Khomeini, by that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, that who want to gain power, and they abuse religion and so on. And these people, of course, they will be punished themselves for their own, terrible deeds. Okay, so that they.
But
just,
Muji, do I count as a Islamophobe because I am scared of some Muslims like ISIS or something, that I go there and I try and warn them that they follow a false prophet, they would crucify me or stuff like that.
Okay,
I have like a phobia perhaps, or like a fear
no,
of
you
that.
should, you should have. You should have.
So am I
have-
Islamophobe? ISIS
no, no.
a phobe, or what do you call it?
ISIS-phobe, yes, I am also ISIS phobe. Yeah, in that way, yes. Yeah, look, Martin, in that way, I'm also ISIS phobe,
Okay.
or yes, a Taliban phobe, Ayatollah fascist phobe. Yes, so I'm also against that type of Islam. I'm the biggest enemy of that Islam. Okay,
Okay.
so
But they would say it's Islam, so I'm an Islamophobe or what?
yeah,
Muji?
I mean, this is look. When I explain for you, you say that what I'm saying is nice. Okay, so you are not against what I'm preaching.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm not scared of Muji that much.
No, so you are not Islamophobe because, okay, it is maybe it is let's say it is a sect of Islam. Let's just pretend like
Okay.
that. Okay, there is Shia, there is Sunni, there is Ahmadiyya, there is Sufism. Okay, let's say it
There's
is a
Muji
sect.
Islam and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
let's say like that. Okay, so if you are against that view of Islam, you are not Islamophobe. Okay, but when
Okay.
somebody like this AP says that, oh, Islam is this, or Islam do that, or Islam said that's Islamophobe, because he put everybody in the same basket or category. And when I'm saying that, no, we are not many people, no, or you are in minority, or you are just one, okay, just like this. So trying to make, and then he made that day he made this poor guy, what was his name, young dog, yeah, dog, young dog,
Yodang or something.
something like that. He made him to right away after a few minutes to say, oh, Muslims are wild people with wild culture, and he was saying, yeah
The ISIS Muslims, perhaps.
yeah.
Muji.
Really, the guy was okay, this young dog, he was a nice guy. I think if he talked to me, I would make him totally different. But unfortunately, he went to those ignorant three Muslims who wanted to convert him, say that, oh, Christianity is wrong, yeah, look, come, Christianity is terrible. I said, come on, you just come and say, invite him, talk about your religion, say my religion, say like this and that. Let him decide himself. What is this? You say that. Now wait here. We are going to bring somebody who want to, debate you. I mean, that was terrible from them who did it. Those three Muslims. You know that, yeah?
I've heard. I've seen some of that stuff. Yeah, the
Yeah, I mean
Muslims
that.
are hard on him and stuff. Was like,
Yeah, no. First he was invited to their platform, and then they treated him like this, and then that's why this AP invited him and wanted to tell him, look, you see, yeah, they are demons, they are bad. So that's why he wanted to do that. And I was telling him that what you did was terrible, you demonize.
But the Muslims as well, you say they also did terrible or what?
Yeah, they did. I'm telling you that many times that I don't like when I see this, what is it, EF Dawa or EA Dawa, all of this, they all the time, or that Dawa wise, they sit and this, what is it, debate that why Jesus wasn't God. Okay, come on, give me a break. All this time deciding for what? Okay, so I mean, it doesn't change his message. This message is good, beautiful. Let's follow it. Okay, that message is, you don't like it. Okay, don't follow it. That's all. Okay, and I don't think anybody is going to force you to not follow a message of Jesus that you think maybe is not correct. Okay, but the message that is beautiful, you believe that it's beautiful, follow it. Okay, and whoever it is, you don't need to, Quran. If Allah says that, to his own prophet, you don't need to force everybody or bring everybody to Islam. If we wanted to do that, we would do it ourselves, okay? We would create a Muslim. Allah says to his own prophet, just preach your own religion, that's all. If they want to accept it, they accept it. Don't want, let them be, okay? Their judgment is on Allah, is not on you. So that's why I don't like this way of, just preach your own religion, that's all, okay? Martin has a question, I'm trying to answer, okay? That's all. I'm not going to attack his religion. Oh, my religion is bad.
You can, Muji, out of love, Muji. If you see something that's, Muji, you like concerned about it, or it's something weird, then you can find. It's like you already attack my religion when each time you say it's like these people put it in the Bible that the stoning is. Some people put it in the Bible. That's already attacking my religion, Muji. That's already saying like Abraham and the Bible is like
no, I'm not saying
people, and the Hadith is put in by people and the same people, and Martin, I don't know where you get that information, but okay.
No, Martin. I'm just Martin. I'm not
You're
attacking.
attacking my religion, Muji.
No, look, I'm not. Look, Martin. I'm not attacking. I'm just said right now.
Oh, you're
as well.
attacking Judaism. Sorry.
No,
not-
no, look, I'm saying that. Look, I'm just said right now that if there is a message that you like it, you accept it. If there is not a message that is you don't like it, then don't take it. Okay. So those messages, I don't believe. This is my right to say that I don't believe that those messages were the message of the most merciful and forgiving or the loving God. Okay, that's saying that I have the right.
I think
to
it's
stone-
because
to
I think
stone.
hell is worse, Muji. I think hell is much worse than
I
that.
know that.
And
I
that's why
said,
Jesus also stopped the thing, because his
Look,
mercy trumps his justice. We deserve all to be stoned,
yes,
but God's
no,
mercy is greater. So
yes,
yeah,
but no, I say that we have no right. I have no right to judge you. I have no right to punish you because I'm a sinner. Jesus, peace be on him, said as well, the one who has no sin through the first stone. I believe in that more. That was Jesus'
so you
words.
don't think the Iranian leaders need to be stoned, Muji? They don't
No,
deserve
I
to be
don't.
stoned.
I do not.
I think
believe-
some of them. I think we all
okay.
need.
Yes,
deserve.
many people. Yes, many people would love to do that, but
No,
I
I'm
don't-
not. I'm not saying we should. I'm saying
I
we
don't
deserve
like
it,
it.
Muji.
Yes, Jannati. Hello, Jannati.
Hello.
Musallam.
Do you like hell, Muji, or not? Because that's worse than stoning.
I say that's God's.
That's much
punishment.
worse.
No, look, I say that's God's. Decision and His punishment. Why I say we don't have the right, because you have the right to repent. You have the right to to change, and we are not 100% sure that we are right. Okay, for example, that you really are adulterer. Okay, maybe somebody set you up and so on. And another thing is, I don't know all the conditions. That's why I cannot judge you. I cannot punish you. I have no right to do that. Okay, and
Yeah,
God
perhaps the
doesn't-
conditions are a lot, Muji. Like the conditions to punish someone with stoning is a lot, and so they can't like easily do it. Like it's like almost impossible.
yeah,
Because I haven't heard a lot of people getting stoned in Judaism, but in Islam, perhaps I've seen a
Yeah,
lot of people getting
I
stoned.
know, yes, but that's I say that's not Islamic either. Jannati, hello, hello,
Can you say something?
Jannati. I think is trying, but his microphone. He has problem with microphone. But anyway,
No, we can't
Jannati,
hear
if you hear us, you have problem
Martin.
with mic.
Yes.
Yes,
Hello?
say it.
Martin, the stoning is in Old Testament. Is it Jesus' command or whose commandment? Jesus said
What?
to stone people.
No, Jesus
No,
did
the
it.
Jesus,
stoning in
Jesus
Testament.
stopped. Jesus stopped the stoning in the New Testament from happening because we all are sinners.
No,
But we all deserve to be stoned.
Old
In the
Test-
Old Testament, there's a lot of God's wrath being shown in the Old Testament
I
without
know.
mercy.
Yeah. So who said to stone in Old Testament?
God. But it's just for that culture. It's just the Jews.
God?
They had like very strict
Which
rules.
God?
There's like
Which,
they can't-
no.
the God of Abraham,
Who-
Isaac, and Jacob.
Your God.
They had like 600 rules. They had 600
your
rules,
God
and we're not under
said
those
in the Old
rules.
Testament.
Sayed. We do not.
Listen, Martin. Listen. Hey, 1 minute. 1 minute.
The
let
God
me
that you claim you
let me ask
follow
you a
said it in the Old Testament, Sayyid.
Sayed.
Martin.
Sayed.
No.
I know that where it goes. Yeah.
Let
No, Sayed. I know that where it goes.
let me go. Let me go. He
No, I
said
don't
a
let you
lot
go.
about Islam.
I don't let you.
No.
I mean,
No,
let's talk
1 minute.
about Martin,
Muji,
Sayed.
brother Muji.
No.
Bur-
Sayed, let's talk
Brother
about
Muji,
stoning.
Let me
Do you believe in
let
stoning
me
in
ask.
Islam?
That's not fair. Brother Muji is not
No,
fair.
it is very
Let me
fair.
ask him a question. No. You cannot say that. Let me ask him a
I also
question.
agree it's very fair,
But I
Muji.
don't want that you
Please.
discuss. Look, I don't want that you discuss Christianity. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so
Only
that's
I
not.
may discuss Christianity. Only I.
I'm not bashing. I'm not bashing or anything. I'm just
Okay.
asking a question.
Okay, but
Yeah, but
just
I'll
a
ask
Okay,
you a
I'm not
question.
saying
Do you
Just a-
believe
anything
in
bad.
stoning?
I
look,
don't
just
believe
a
Said, do you
soft,
believe in
in a false
stoning?
religion
just a
or
soft,
anything
just
like
a
that.
soft. Okay,
But
just a soft,
but
soft
I
question.
A soft question.
very fast. I'm very gentle. Okay,
Yeah,
I
very
don't. I
gentle,
believe
very
Yeah.
gentle.
So do you believe in
Christianity.
stoning, Said? That's a gentle
First,
question.
Wait,
Because it's in
listen to me.
Islam, in
Listen
the
to me.
Hadith, right? So something. But it's
Listen
missing.
to
It's
me,
eaten by a goat or
Martin.
something, right? What?
Martin, listen to me.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
There's lag, so
Listen to me. I believe
Yes.
all religion valid religion. All religion are valid, and I respect all of them. Okay, so
Okay. Yeah.
don't forget about bashing. No, because Martin brings some of question about Islam, then
Yes.
I
The-
also have a
The
right
channel
to
is the
bring a
channel is for
question.
that. The channel is for that.
Yeah. Martin, do you believe the God of Old Testament is a Jesus?
yes.
Okay. Did
I
Jesus
believe
say
God is triune. So I believe it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is
Okay,
one
so-
God. Like
okay?
it also says in the Bible that the the man and the woman become one in a marriage, and if the Bible can say
No,
they are
I'm not
one,
asking. That's
God
okay.
is greater than that. So it's easier for God to be
Okay.
one.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay.
Mm.
The Old Testament author is a Jesus, right?
God is triune. So yeah, Jesus is called the Word of God.
No,
So
I'm
yeah,
not
and the
asking
Bible is
that.
also called you.
That's not
Your
my
question-
question.
Yeah, your question
not
is
But it's
my
like what?
inspired. It's inspired by God,
No.
and God includes Jesus Christ. Yes.
No, just answer me my question, okay?
Mm?
Is the Old Testament is word of Jesus?
Yes. So we
Mm.
understand, of course. Yeah.
Yes, Martin?
Yes.
Yeah, he said yes.
Okay. Did Jesus said
Two question
stone-
of 20. Two question of 20. So
no?
Yeah,
But you
let
have
me-
to remember, God is triune, so multiple. The Father talks to the Son. Even in the New Testament, the Father says something, the Son says something, but it's still God saying something. But there's three persons in one being. It's mind-boggling for us because we're human.
No, I don't.
It's like
I don't get.
animals
I
trying
don't
to
get-
understand what we are doing.
No. You understand? That's okay with me. Whatever you understand. My
Okay.
question is, Jesus is God of Old Testament. You agree that?
Mm. Yeah.
You agree? Jesus wrote the Bible. Is a word of Jesus because he is
He
God.
didn't write the Bible, but he
It's his
inspired the
word.
Bible, just like his life inspired the New Testament. He inspired, God inspired the words to be written down by humans, saying, okay, like
Okay,
Moses coming in contact with God and then writing, I came in contact with God. This is what God said. This is
So you
what I
believe
experienced.
Old Testament is word of God, correct?
Mm. Yes.
And you believe the Old Testament is the word of Jesus, correct?
Mm.
Okay, yes,
Because
yes,
Jesus is
yes.
God.
Yeah, so
Okay. No, Mujib, brother, let me ask a question. You need to let other people
yes, so we
to speak
understand.
little
Yeah, I
bit.
know that. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes. it
No,
is.
I'm
What
asking
is your
him
question?
question.
Yeah, what is your question?
Yeah, brother, I'm asking if you give me a minute.
Yeah, yes,
So,
but I know.
Martin,
Mm.
the stoning in Old Testament, is it
Mm.
Jesus' commandment?
Yeah, it's from God for the Jews, because God was vicious against
Is
sin
it
that time.
Jesus? That's okay. Okay, that's okay. Is it
Like
Jesus'
Moses,
commandment?
even. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Whatever Moses did or say. My question is this:
Mm.
Is it Jesus' commandment is to stone the adulterers? Is that true?
Jesus provided the commands in the Old Testament. There's 600 commands, and for the
I'm not
Jews,
talking about
and
600.
Jesus. So
Ma-
yes, it's from God. So it's from Jesus. Jesus agrees with it, but Jesus is also merciful. That's why he didn't allow them to stone
Martin,
the girl.
He said that he
Martin, that's
abolished.
not my question.
He said no, but say it.
Listen.
He says that. What? Say it. Let
And
me
he
say.
abolishes. Yeah.
Yes, he abolished it. He says he believes that was from
No.
God. Then
I just
later
want.
he abolished it.
I
He
just want.
abolished it.
Muji, he doesn't like abolish. He just makes it impossible to do. Muji, he's like the impossible to do. Muji, he says like let the first person that has no sin.
Okay, no, I
So
understand.
he doesn't abolish it. He says okay, do it, but you can't do it.
Yeah. Okay. So it is exactly the same.
Listen,
the same lashing in Islam,
Yeah.
but it is impossible. Okay.
Yeah.
Martin, listen to me. Answer me. It's easy question. Okay.
Yeah, I did answer.
Is this
What's
Jesus
wrong?
said?
But Sayyid, please.
No. Listen,
Please,
one
Sayyid.
again.
Muji understands it. What's wrong with you? Muji understands it perfectly.
Sayyid,
Muji.
please, once for all, please. No, listen to me. Don't say, Sayyid, please wait. Once for all, just ask your question. Don't ask 20 questions. He said yes. Okay, so now just ask your question. What is your question, please? Yes. Yeah, what is your question?
Okay.
Go right away to the
My
question.
question is.
Yes.
You people don't let me answer the question.
No, you are questioning all the time. Yeah, give me the question. Say it
Jesus.
right away.
I'm being interrogated here,
Martin,
Muji.
if Jesus is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We're waiting.
Jesus is God of Old Testament.
okay.
Jesus is God of Old Testament. He commanded to stone people, to adulterer. Correct, Martin?
Okay, so yeah, you ask again, Syed, you go.
I already
again to
said
the
it,
same
yes.
place. He said it 20 times. Yes. Okay, so what is your question? He said it 20 times. You repeat again. You repeat again. Please say the question. What is the question? Yeah. Say it. Say it.
No, I already asked the question. I already asked.
So you don't have any question. Okay, thanks God. Thanks God. Okay, so let's go to something else. The question was asked. Azri, any question, please?
Yes, I have a question. Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Should Muslim be allowed to read other scriptures even though the teachings are different? Because
read what?
read other scriptures allowed.
Okay.
Is
So,
it?
all right. Okay. So in Quran says that the Quran is kind of abolishing them. Okay, it's overwriting them. Okay.
But
So
may
we
you
have
read it,
we can
Muji?
read it. Yeah, we
Is
can.
that why
read
you're
it.
scared to read the Bible,
No,
Muji?
I said no. I'm not scared. I said we can read it. We can read everything. Yeah, not
Okay.
only the Bible, the Torah, anything else.
So how much do I need to pay, Muji?
But
How much do I need to
what we
pay?
have to follow, is Quran. Okay, according commandment. Okay, but according science. For science, we don't have to follow Quran. We have to follow the book of science. Okay, if it is medicine, we don't have to follow Quran. We have to follow medicine. But if it is commandment of how to live in this world, the commands is in Quran, because Quran is the latest. So Quran, for example, I can
But
give
Muji, you do accept some of the Bibles, so you
I
accept
just
a lot
say,
of the Bible. Yeah.
wait,
So
I
you're a
say,
Christian,
look,
right? So you accept a
look,
lot. So yeah.
I say, Martin, whatever is nice, of course, I accept it. We have
There's
to
a lot
follow
of
it.
nice
Yeah,
things,
but
Muji.
that's look, I know, but that's what I say is also the same way it is being said in different way, maybe in Quran. Okay, so one thing is that like the verse, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, Azri, it is in the Old Testament, yeah, the Torah. Quran overwrite it because
Jesus
there is
well.
because
Jesus does it also.
yes, because there is a sentence after that, okay, that it is in Quran. Quran says, but if you give up your right as a charity, is better for you. Okay, so Quran in the Torah doesn't mention that. It says that you can do that, but Quran says that you better not do that. Okay, although you have the possibility or the right to do that, but if you don't do that, it's better for you. So Quran make it more complete that what Allah wants. Allah wants that you forgive. Allah wants that you do not do that. Okay, take someone's eye or take someone's life. Understand, Azri?
But there's a Quran verse that says not to take Christians as wali or leaders. So are we allowed to actually read the Bible then?
No, that's not about. I don't think that's about reading the Bible. Okay, I
But,
don't
So
think
would
you-
you
so.
may not make me admin or what? Would you may not make me admin according to Quran or what?
No, that's absolutely totally wrong.
What did
Okay.
Azri say? Azri said they may not take Christians as leaders or something.
Leaders? No, I don't think
yeah,
so.
leaders.
Where
No,
does it say that?
Leaders.
There's a verse that say that.
Okay, Azri, I
Can
have
you
to,
give the verse?
I have read that. I think I've heard that or read that verse as well, but I don't. I have to check it more. Okay, but I
And then
don't
I'll
think
lose
that-
my admin
yes.
rights. Yeah.
I don't think. No, come on. I don't think that's how you say it. Okay, so I have to. Do you know that the verse that, or else I will search
Yeah,
it.
get the
There-
verse, please.
There are
Uh,
many.
In another translation, it says not to take Christians as friends.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
that one.
that's okay. That's as friends. It's not about Christians, all Christians. It's about some Christians because other verses of Quran says that Allah does not forbid you from those who do not attack you, okay, and expel you from your home because of your religion, okay, to be righteous towards them. So Allah does not forbid you. And Allah explained in many other verses that there are good Christians, Christians who go to heaven, and so on. So you want me to read for you all those verses? So you cannot take one verse of Quran and say that, okay, this is about all Christians. Because those verses, they complete, let me read for you, 68. Okay?
No,
So
I-
Allah, chapter 60, verse 8. Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of your religion and do not expel you from your homes, from being righteous towards them and acting justly towards them. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly. Chapter 29, verse 46. And do not argue with the people of the scripture except in a way that is best, except for those who commit injustice among them, and say, we believe in that which has been revealed to us and revealed to you, and our God and your God is one, and we are Muslims in submission to him. Chapter 2, verse 62. Those who believe and those who are Jews and Christian and Sabians, whoever believes in Allah and the last day and do righteous good deeds shall have their rewards with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. And there are many other chapters that I can read. So you cannot ignore all these verses of Quran and then take just one verse of Quran and say that, okay, that's all. We do not have to have Christians as friends.
Brother,
No, I meant
Muji,
that.
Wait,
sorry.
yes,
Okay.
as we say,
Okay. I meant that not to take the Bible as guidance. Leaders.
no, I don't think so. Okay, I say that's when it says Quran is dominating over them. Okay, that means that we have to follow Quran. But if there is anything good in their scripture as well, we also believe in them. Okay, like their scripture also say God, there is a God. Okay, one God. There is hell and heaven. Shouldn't we follow that? Of course, we have to follow that. That's the same in Quran. Yeah, Sayyid. Sorry, Azri.
yeah,
It tells
yeah.
Muji to believe in what has been revealed to us.
Yes, it says that what has been revealed to them. Of course, what has been revealed from Allah to them, from God to them, we have to
Okay,
believe
okay.
in that. But of course, as I said, it will Quran complete it as well, which I gave you that example of that verse, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Quran add something to that and says, because 3,500 years ago was more difficult for people to forgive, but later Allah tell them to forgive, okay? Despite you have the same, commandment like Jews, but it's better for you if you forgive. Syed, you wanted to say something there?
Yes, I want to say about the Eknath friend as a Jew and Christian. Let me explain to you. It's not about like that. Not to take friend. Don't share your secret to them, because they at that time they were fighting with Muslim. They're siding with
Not,
the pagan.
of course, not again. Not all of them.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
not
yeah,
all of
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me explain to you about Allah. What say about Allah said Muslim man can marry Christian Jewish woman. So how can you can marry them and not be friendship? This is totally make no sense. Or also Allah said Muslim can eat food made from Christian and Jew. So how can you eat food and not to be friend? It make no sense. So
And I
it's
read for
totally
you that, yeah, and I read for you this chapter 29, verse 46, that argue with them in the best way and so on, and say that we believe and so on. So anyway, this is absolutely not correct, because there are so many verses that I have here that I can read for you that is talking, giving us this understanding that it is not about all Christian and all Jews. And anyone, even about pagans as well. It's not about all
yeah,
of them. It's about just
yeah.
those pagans who are attacking Muslims. All is about those who attack you. Allah says those. It didn't say in chapter 60, verse 8. Didn't say Christian and Jews. Allah says those. Okay, those who do not attack you, whoever it is. Okay. Yes, Azri.
Okay, I have other questions.
Yeah, please.
Could you wait a minute? Does the Quran ever mention the days of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, or the names of the month, like January, February?
No, January, February doesn't.
Yeah,
There,
it
there
doesn't,
are
right?
Arabic, months. Yeah, it
But
is.
in the Quran, there's no mention of the Arabic months, right?
I think. Okay, the name is not, but the secret months. It says, okay, when the secret months passes. I think it's mentioned about Muharram, for example. Yeah,
But
the
it
month of
doesn't give the
Muharram.
name, right?
The month of Muharram. Okay, I don't remember exactly, but I have read. Yes, I have read. The thing is that I haven't been memorizing all of them. All right. So, what is the question then?
No, I'm just stating. Want to ask. That's the question.
But
There's
definitely,
no.
look. These mounts, the name, they definitely existed at that time. I don't think Islam came and changed them. For example, Muharram and or what is it, month of Ramadan and such things. Maybe I don't know. I think the
But
months were existing the name in Arabic.
but that started after Muhammad does the hijrah, right?
So
The
that's
beginning.
Hijra, yeah, yeah. That's Hijra. Yes, later the Muslims took that. Yes, the year to count the years. Yes,
But why does the Quran doesn't mention January, February, or Monday, Tuesday?
January, February, but it is mentioned about 7 days. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yes, January, February. You mean the English months?
yeah, the English months.
But
How do they calculate the time at that time?
at that time it was Arabic. Yeah, everything was in Iran. We don't use it either. We use a Persian name. Okay, months and year. So at that time was they used Arabic months, and the year they started to count from the migration of the Prophet Hijrah. Okay,
But that only started after Muhammad, right? But
they
what,
started.
what?
Yes, they started after that. to
But what
count.
about before that?
Before that,
How?
I don't know. I don't know if they were
Yeah.
counting. For example, I know that Persians, okay, in Iran, Persians, they start to count the year from the first king 2,500 years ago. Okay, before that they were not counting. Understand? So, but after that they started to count the year. Before they were even having four, season, four new day. They were calling it, okay, because they were not counting the year. So beginning of every season was a new day. But then later, when they started to count, they just started to celebrate the first day of the spring. That's why it is called New Day. And every 21st March, around that day, we celebrate our New Year. Is there a blackout, Martin, there?
Mm.
Yeah? Yeah. I see that you are
I'm
dark.
sitting in the dark, Muji.
Yeah, I see.
But I have batteries, Muji.
Yeah, okay, good.
South
that you are-
Africa.
South Africa. Unfortunately, no, we never.
Unfortunately.
We never have this problem here.
In
You
the
have that
past, we
problem, right?
had so much energy. We were like giving to all the countries energy, and now it's just
Yeah.
like we don't even have energy enough
But
for
from where you were
ourselves.
getting that energy before?
We were burning fossil fuels. We have coal. We export coal to all the countries. We have nuclear energy. We have
Yeah.
water
But what
energy. We have
happened to
all
that?
kinds of energy. People corruption, Muji. Lack of love, Muji. Lack of Christianity.
Mhm.
Lack of Christianity, Muji. And so they
Yes.
just took all for themselves, and so now we
Yeah,
don't have
it's,
energy.
it's everywhere. But people
But there's
should.
corruption everywhere in the world. So
Yeah, people should.
I'm just glad we're not Russia, Muji, or
Yes.
Ukraine. Imagine that's
Yeah.
worse.
Yes.
They're being bombed and everything, and their electricity also goes off.
Yeah. I know. Yes.
That's very bad.
But you shouldn't be glad for that. You have to fight for a better life. Okay. So don't say, "Oh, okay, I'm glad that I'm not that, and this is fine for me." No, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be fine
It's
with
not
that.
fine, Muji. I'm just used to.
I know.
Muji.
You have to.
It's
you
like
have to.
ISIS
to
is
have
not
a-
fine. I'm just
yeah.
used to.
You have to, Martin. You have to have an organization like my organization in your country. Yeah, they will bring down the regime and create
No.
democracy, love.
Would you? I
Yes.
think Christianity would fix everything if they would then not have these problems. Like if they
Yeah.
were like loving and not like taking everything for themselves, there would be no corruption and everything. You
Mhm.
understand? The
Yeah.
kleptomaniac wouldn't be stealing. Would you? You understand?
Yes.
If he was a Christian.
The spirit of man lusts to envy.
Anyway, yeah.
Mhm.
So we have organizations, Muji. It's
Mhm.
called churches, Christianity, and we spread that, and that fixes it, Muji.
Hopefully, yes. I hope.
It
yes.
does really, Muji. I don't
Yeah.
understand how bad this country would be if there was
Mhm.
no Christianity in this country.
Yeah.
Then it would be like Russia, or I don't know.
The link is there. I don't know, somebody came on, but he disappeared. His name was, I forgot, but he disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. But,
Yeah, but-
Russia wasn't Russia at one point like atheistic? They didn't want any religion, and then it caused a lot of
Yes.
problems
they,
at one point.
they forbid everything. I know.
Yeah.
They ban all
And then
religion.
killed many people because of that.
Mhm. Yeah.
But isn't Russia a Christian country?
Now it is. I mean, they are Orthodox, but I don't think that Christianity has any role there. It's still the same KGB. Okay, it is still the KGB, and this guy Putin was one of the officers in KGB, and he's a dictator. He's a robber himself.
Yeah, he doesn't follow what Christianity says to do. He
Mhm.
attacks
No,
other countries, and he's not following Christianity.
Of course, he doesn't. He follow money. Yeah. Let me see. I just would like to share.
I think
this.
there's a lot of Christians in America that actually fought against a lot of evil in the world.
I would like to show a little bit about. This is what's going on in Iran. Yeah, people are out almost every day. Do you see?
Hmm.
I put it on silent so that because of this girl was killed. And not is reality not just because of this girl, okay, but it started. People were frustrated against the regime.
Like Muji.
Yes, we were frustrated from the very beginning, but now
It takes time.
Yes, it took very long time for people to realize what we were saying. And
But why can't they just remove the people, Muji, the problem people?
the
Why can't they
government-
just throw them in jail?
No, they cannot because they have the weapon. Okay, they kill people, and we need support from the free world, but they don't do it because they want.
But
this regime
America would
power.
support you guys. wouldn't
No,
it?
they don't do
Doesn't
that.
it? Don't they
Come on.
don't they like make their currencies like super bad
No, look,
because
that's
they put sanctions on them and all kinds of stuff, right?
Look,
Or not?
Martin. It was Donald Trump only. This new government.
But he
they
might come
want-
back.
Okay, this regime is not going to stay in power until that time, hopefully. Okay, yes. So, but anyway, this went to.
Okay, so when he was there, Muji, you would say America was on your guys' side when Donald
No,
Trump
he was no. When Trump was there, okay, he was somehow was helping against the government, Iranian government, and was putting a lot of sanction on them. But this new Joe Biden, they have, for example, they have a person, Iranian lobbyist. They have put him as a head of negotiator with Iranian regime. Okay, and these people, the lobbyists there, they don't allow any hard sanction on Iran, and they even lightened the sanction which Trump put on Iranian regime. Iranian regime couldn't even export 100,000 barrel of oil during Trump. Now it has reached to 1 million barrel per day. Okay, and many other things. So for example, a few days ago they executed a young man. Okay, and these Western countries, they want to, we condemn it. We condemn it. We put sanction on this person and this person and this person. And who are these persons? They are nobody. To just show off that we are standing on human rights. Come on, if you really do that, we want you to close down Iranian embassies. We don't want you to give us weapons like you give to Ukraine. They have given billions of dollars, weapons and money to Ukraine to fight Russia. We don't want even a single bullet from you. Just allow us to bring down the regime. If we do that, we shoot a single bullet against the Iranian regime. They say, "Oh, terrorists! You are terrorists!" They don't allow.
But Muji, didn't you ask for weapons or something for
we don't ask
for your people or something?
We never ask for weapons. We never
Or
ask
money
for
or something?
Nothing. We don't want them.
Okay, what do you want precisely?
We just want them to close down their embassies in their countries. Okay, Iranian embassies are terrorist, houses, terrorist centers. Even in 2018, one Iranian diplomat, he was arrested because he was going to blow up me and my family and thousands of other people in Paris. And among them, they were U.S. Congressmen, U.S. senators, they were a European parliamentarian. Okay, so this terrorist guy who was in the Iranian embassy in Vienna, okay, he brought, Martin, 0.5 kilo explosive with a passenger plane. He brought it to Vienna, and they knew it. European intelligence services, all of them, they knew. They didn't stop him. They let him pass this bomb because they were going to catch them. Okay, they didn't want this terrorist attack on their soil. Not that because they are against terrorism and so on. Okay, so the guy brought it and gave it to 2 terrorists in Germany. Those two terrorists, they came to bring it to Paris. They were caught, I think, in Belgium. Okay, all of them, they were caught. They were four, and they were in a train. They got 20 years jail, 17 years, 16 years, and so on. Okay, just in spring, Belgium government, Martin, passed a law to exchange prisoners with Iran. Okay, despite Belgium doesn't have a single prisoner in Iran. They wanted to send this terrorist guy back to Iran, and there was outrages. There were lots of protests. So it went to the court. Actually, the court has stopped it. Okay, said no, you have to wait. Okay, you cannot do that. You cannot send the terrorists back. So they were trying to send these terrorists. So in reality, these European countries, they are not against terrorists. They are just against the terrorism happen in their country. In other countries, no.
But they are putting the guy in jail, and they.
Yeah, but
they
the thing
did
is
like,
that they were no.
some of them wanted probably to send him back, and some they lost.
Let me tell you, Martin. In Europe, the jurisdictional system is separate from the government, from the politicians. Okay, they are independent. Okay, so they didn't want that these terrorists blow up a gathering in Paris. That's for sure, because it was very bad for them. So they caught these people, but they couldn't release them because they should put them in trial, and the court condemned them to 20 years. They couldn't influence the court. If they could, they would release them right away, okay? But because they couldn't, even the government was saying that we don't have a rule to release him. So that's why later they passed a rule in the government, in the parliament, that we want to exchange. They even hidden this name, Iran. One Iranian woman who was in the parliament, in Belgian parliament, she revealed it. She said that I was reading it in the morning. They were going to do it secretly, okay? Suddenly, understand? So she said that I was reading it and they had hidden Iran somewhere so that nobody else see it. And I saw it and I said it to everybody. That's why everybody said, what you gonna do? They stopped them. And it has happened many times. They don't want Iranian regime to fall. Because this regime gives them a lot of money, and they make the region in conflict, and they can sell their weapons. There are lots of interest in Iranian regime, and even now they say that, okay, for example, morality police. Oh, we are going to sanction morality police. Just 1 week ago, Iranian regime said the morality police is dismantled. It is not anymore in work. And they I guess it was USA and England, they put this morality police in, terrorist, they sanctioned them, despite they don't exist anymore. So they just want to show that, we are doing something, okay? No, you are not doing anything. You are not doing enough. We want you to close Iranian embassies, okay?
But what would that help, Muji? What would it help if they close all the embassies?
Yes, it would help in this way, that they would cut all, economic ties with Iranian regime, and Iranian regime would be isolated, And something else, that Iranian regime is in United Nations a member of women rights in United Nations, and we say, excuse me, this regime is violating women rights, human rights, every right. How you keep this regime in that committee? You have to expel them. You have to throw them out. Okay, so isolating them is a way to weaken them. Okay, and then another thing is that we want that they recognize this the democratic opposition alternative to this regime. They recognize them, as they did with South Africa, Martin. They put sanction on apartheid, and then they recognized Nelson Mandela. What happened? The South African apartheid regime.
And now we don't have power.
Yeah, but that's look, Martin. I understand your point, but the thing is that you cannot compare countries to countries. My country, we have an organization that is very organized, very good people, and so on. Nelson Mandela, unfortunately, made. I think he was a good person, but he didn't have that, intelligence.
I think he
maybe-
was nice because
Yes.
he was influenced by Christianity in prison,
Yes.
and that's why he didn't like take revenge
Yes,
and kill
yes.
everyone.
Okay, yeah, he was nice himself, but perhaps he wasn't the perfect
At the
person
beginning,
who-
he wasn't nice.
No.
He was killing people and stuff at the beginning.
Yeah,
but,
okay, but
when
not-
he got out of prison, then he was
Yeah. No,
influenced
killing
by
people.
Christianity.
Look, killing people, Martin, is. I know that he even was saying that there is no any other way. That when you fight, like for example, the mullahs of Iran now killing people, so people want weapon to fight back. Okay, fighting back those who kill you, that's legitimate. Okay, so but when you have the power, you forgive people. That's good. Okay. So he himself, I believe that he was a nice person because he was fighting for people's rights and so on. But that it went wrong, it was something else. Okay. But whatever is my country and my organization is, we are very organized, well organized, and we have everything. We have a long way. We have gone 43 years, So we have that capacity. But the thing is that because it is an independent, democratic alternative, that's why the West doesn't want. They want some regime that they can control. They can.
But
they
if
want-
Trump might be back, Muji, and then, but I
Well,
see
no, no.
Iran's currency is like dying.
I know.
I think
but the
it's
thing
like
is that-
because of the sanctions or something.
No,
or
no,
what's
Martin,
going on in the country?
Yes, it's about sanction as well, of course. But the thing is that I say it's not going to last that long. We hope that this regime will fall within few months. Okay, so I don't think that it will reach. But what we need help is right now so that less people die. Okay. We want that help so that less people die. Otherwise, it's not going to continue several years until Trump come back.
Who did Trump take out, Muji? You said he took out the biggest terrorist or
Yes,
something. Is
if
that
he was in
something or
power.
Iran or who was that from? Is that Iran?
Yeah, he
Someone
was. He was. He actually he killed head of ISIS, which was Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, and he killed this Qasem Soleimani, General Qasem Soleimani, who was the biggest terrorist in the world. Yeah. So if he was in power now, definitely we would get more support. Yes, definitely. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's not there. And these Democrats are there. They are globalists. They want this, type of regimes there in power. These regimes that they instabilize there in the region, so that they can sell their weapons and so on. So this is a very, very deep, discussion. But hopefully, it will be. This regime will fall, but we want help so that less people die. God,
Well, I support you, Muji. I support,
and God
and
takes
I
you.
hope you guys win, and then you can go to your family again and visit
Yes, thank
them.
you.
And
Thank you very much, and I hope that soon it will fall. If nobody has a question, then we can wrap it up so that it doesn't get very long, and people can later watch it, and maybe we'll see next week in after debate. Yeah.
Okay. I have
looking
more
forward to
questions.
debate.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can ask then. Go for it.
I have more question, but
Go for it.
save it for later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
save
no,
it
no.
for
Let's
next
later.
2
but
weeks.
I want to hear this question. I'm not like curious.
Yes.
Muji. We answered fast.
Okay. Ask one question, then we can
Ask one
wrap
question.
it up. Yeah.
Last
Okay,
question for tonight.
one more question. Does the messenger have followers, or is he alone and goes to leaders and warn them?
I don't
Which
understand.
messenger?
Is the messenger alone, or does he have followers?
Which messenger?
Any messenger.
They have always followers. Yeah, all of them have
Followers.
followers. Yes.
Uh, So
What do you
is
mean?
there-
Which? Give me
You mean
example
the
of
believers,
messengers.
like Muslims follow Messenger Prophet Muhammad? Yeah.
Yes, but let's say there's a messenger and he is alone, but he goes to the leader and warns about the scripture. Is it like that?
Warns
Yeah.
them. Yeah. I don't know what you mean exactly with that. I mean, I know that Prophet Muhammad sent letters to the leaders of Iran, Rome, and Egypt, I think. Yeah. He
Okay.
sent letters to them and told them to, to convert to Islam and so on. So
But what if the messenger is alone? He doesn't have many followers, but his duty is to warn the leaders.
mhm,
Yeah, that's fine. What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Okay.
There's probably examples of that in the Bible, like
Yes, yes.
where they killed all the other prophets and just Isaiah is left, and then they listened to him.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to have followers. It just
Yeah,
yes, they can start to.
they
send
can
the
kill
message.
all the followers, and then it's just that guy left, and he can still warn them and say you're
Yes,
doing
yes,
wrong
of
or what.
course. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's
All
good.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, my brother, for
Okay.
being here, everybody, and
It was
inshallah.
fun, Muji.
Yeah,
It was fun laughing with
thank you.
Muji.
Yeah, my brother.
Fun
thank
laughing
you.
with you guys.
Yes,
Thank-
pity that Stephen hasn't been able to join us in
Yeah,
several weeks.
we miss
We
him.
miss him. Yeah. So love you all, my brothers,
Love
brothers
you too, Muji.
in Islam, Christianity, and
My brother in Christ.
Yeah. My brother, my dear
My
brother.
Christian brother, Muji.
Yes, of course.
Love him a
Yeah.
lot.
Yes, thank you, my brother. Brother
God bless
Sayyed,
everyone.
God
God
bless
bless
everybody.
everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, cheers,
Thank you,
guys.
my brothers. Cheers. Before I go,
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, my brothers.
Assalamu
Okay,
alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother Sayyed.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you. Before I go, all right. See you then next week after the debate. Thank you. Take care. Yes, the debate will be, by the way, I have to say, 8 o'clock Central European time next Saturday. So I will start after that. Yeah, after the debate. It is on Modern Day Debate. See you everybody there and here. Take care. Bye.